coming soon,
yeah,
so I can see
I'm
what's
technically
happening.
streaming, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna test that the chat is working.
I'm going to go to everything. I'm on my coming soon page. I'm going to go to Twitch and make sure it's actually streaming. Because it wasn't yesterday.
I don't see my message. Has YouTube...
Yes, it is.
Has YouTube deleted my message because I literally just typed the word tits to test my chat?
Yes, maybe.
Chat test. Yeah. Okay, chat test works. But, you know, I wrote tits and it wouldn't let me have that in my chat. Why not?
No.
There might be some tits in this game, I don't know, in this Power Wash Simulator.
I am live on both. I'm live on both, so that's cool.
There might be a blue tit somewhere.
Test my chat. The good thing about Restream is it will post to both chats, so it'll test both. And it tells me a little tick if it runs. Yeah, it works. Okay. Well, I'm live and it's working.
Me live too.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I say it's working. However, it's not currently picking up the game capture because I had it on a different thing.
All right.
Because I'm dumb. Now it is.
But Twitch is like connected now.
Yeah, it's all working now.
All right. Good.
Stretch the screen, and we are good. We're playing. We are playing. That is a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to continue my career mode, and you want to join me, or are we continuing your career mode? Because I got the treehouse and the clean the drill one.
Right.
The drill one's nice and quick, so we should probably fuck that off.
do the tip of the drill first.
That's what she said.
That's the achievement. Start it up and then invite me.
Yep, doing it. Doing that right now.
Okay.
So it's been a while, so here we go. I'll invite you. Confirmed. Another player is able to join you.
Top up my hydration.
Hydration.
I've done 2 liters of juice this evening.
Nice. Where are you? There you go. Power Wash Simulator. Ah, there you go. I invited you.
I had a look at that Gundam game, the one that just came out. And if you buy it on the Xbox Store, it also gives you the PC Xbox Store version, which is pretty neat of them.
Yes, it does. It's well, Xbox tend to do that. If there's a version of both.
Yeah, that might make me feel a bit better about shelling out for it.
Yeah, because you get 2 copies. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
And then I can still play it on mine. I can even play it on PC. You here? Oh, you're here. Cool. I think everything's working fine.
Just hydrating.
Hydrating.
You Volvic revive.
I forget the controls. It's been a while. Excuse me. It's a bit dusty in this Power Wash room.
I could give you some advice on the controls. However, I've been playing this with mouse and keyboard for a very long time now.
Yeah, well, what's the advice? Because it may translate.
Right click puts you in constant spray mode, so you don't have to hold down the trigger. I think that's like left on the D-pad or something for you.
Yeah, I've got that on.
Yeah.
And
there's a free aim mode. I can't remember what that is.
Yeah, that's up on the D-pad.
Yeah, GoldenEye mode, as I call it.
Yep, it's definitely GoldenEye mode. 100%.
Speaking of which, is Nintendo really going to get that Boot Camp Advance Wars 1 and 2 out before Microsoft gets GoldenEye out? Because I honestly thought that GoldenEye was a shoo-in.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be out by now.
Yeah.
Something must have happened, because it's ready, and from all...
I read something along the lines of war in Ukraine, but, you know. Now that Nintendo's given us a release date for Advance Wars, like... There's no excuse for GoldenEye.
It says my controller disconnected, but that can't be a thing. I think USB came out of it. My bad. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was out like months ago because around the E3 I thought they were going to
stop spraying stuff that isn't the tip.
Why? Oh,
because you're going to finish it. You're going to finish a part and you won't get the achievement, and then you'll be a terrible gamer.
Is that what we're aiming for?
Yeah, the tip and the head. Trust me, I wasn't making a dirty joke. It's genuinely, you know.
Oh, I thought you were just...
It gives you an achievement if you do it.
Right.
You haven't popped anything else, have you, on this level so far?
Nah.
Alright.
Nah.
Okay.
I didn't get that far. And the dog, stop spraying stuff that isn't the tip. Eco sex tips, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the 411. Some guy spraying your drill.
There we go, we got the tip.
Right,
just
and now it's just... Yeah, that's what the achievement's called, by the way.
Is it really? Of
yeah.
course it is. Nothing's original anymore. Drill head. There we go, got the drill head.
It should pop now for you.
Yeah, I got the achievement.
Is it called just the tip?
Head first is what it's
called. Oh, head first, okay. I could have sworn it was called just the tip.
No, because it's not just the tip. It's the whole head. So, they could have done just the tip. Opportunity lost. Although Microsoft likely didn't approve the...
It's probably Square Enix, because you know what they're like about that sort of thing.
Oh, is this Square, is it?
Square Enix published, yeah.
What the fuck? Why?
I know. Well,
God, they're so weird.
Have you got all the RPG mechanics for this game turned on? There's like dirt health bars and stuff.
No.
You get dirt health bars. Hover over the dirt and it gives you the name of the dirt type and the health of it.
Does it actually?
Are you telling me it doesn't do that?
It doesn't do that. Oh, my wife's calling. She knows I'm streaming. Hold up. I gotta mute the stuff.
Why isn't that capturing? I've got Crunchyroll open in a tab. Yes, I have. That'll be why. Like, why can't I take a screenshot? It's the classic. Crunchyroll's DRM is active. There we go. Did wonder.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, I'm just about to send you a screenshot of a dirt health bar, so you know I'm not fucking around.
I thought you were just, like, being funny.
I can't be funny on the fly like that.
Yes, you can.
I'm not that funny.
Make up random shit.
Oh, I see. It's taking a screenshot of the wrong desktop. Never mind. I can't get a screenshot for you. Wait, MS Paint.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you just do Alt print screen. Or print screen's whatever the active window is. Whatever the active window is.
Alt print screen, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Alt print screen, because if you got double monitors, if you just press print screen, it takes a screenshot of both monitors.
Let me try this then.
Or if you do the NVIDIA one, it takes a screenshot of the default one.
Nice. That's cool.
Did it work?
Yeah, work.
Yeah. Whatever the most prominent window is, it takes a photo of. And only of the window itself, no, so you don't get anything else. Kind of hate NVIDIA now. Why? What'd they do to you? Have a look. Rust. Oh, really? There you go. Would you look at that?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the options if you want to turn it on.
I can't be fucked. It's just like with, what is it, Fortnite and the sound monitoring.
Trust me, that sound setting thing has saved my life so many times.
I see it being useful, but I also see it as kind of like a cheat. I don't know.
It's not a cheat, because it's there for people like
it's
me
in
who
the
can't
game,
hear
I know.
very well.
Yeah, I know. But then everyone uses it, so there's, you know.
What?
Always have problems with their GPUs, and also they barely did anything during the GPU shortage. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And now they're over fucking booked with shit, so. Unfortunately, there's no realistic alternative. I know AMD do things, but I wouldn't. I don't know. I've bought AMD cards in the past, and they've just failed on me. I've bought their CPUs in the past, and they've just failed on me too. So I'm not in the market for AMD stuff.
There was a time you would get emulators, and it would just be like, not compatible with an AMD card.
Still are. CMU hates AMD cards.
I was like, oh god. I think it was one of the, like, Sega arcade machine emulators, like Modeler maybe, one of the arcade machine emulators like that, and it's like, doesn't support AMD cards, and I'm like, but I've got an AMD card!
But I've got one! AMD CPUs and GPUs are awesome. I'm sure they're fine, but like, they're not as supported. When you do like homebrew stuff and that, they're not as supported. You probably go, yes, they are, but they're really not.
Here's my opinion. Graphics cards, NVIDIA all the way. Processor, I gotta tell you, since I got my AMD Ryzen, fucking powerhouse.
I'm sure their processors are good now. The processors are fine. It's the graphics cards I'm more talking about.
The Ryzen is a masterpiece, and video rendering is so fucking fast on it. Like Premiere stuff is just super fast. And every game I throw at it just works.
I'm sure since the Ryzen they've been decent.
Yeah, the Ryzen's are where it's at.
Yeah, I don't know, I've always stuck with Intel. There's no issues with Intel either, but yeah. I don't know. It's just for me, whenever I build a PC, I'm just like, yep, NVIDIA and Intel parts.
Yeah, for me it's AMD processor, NVIDIA graphics card. I'll go with whatever motherboard is cheapest. I'm really not fussed so long as it has the things I need.
Gigabyte or MSI usually.
So I'm using... What am I using at the moment? It was like Gamer Tech motherboard or some shit like that. It might have been an Asus, I think. It was like
it's probably a ASRock motherboard.
Fucking gamer. Yeah. I think it's an Asus.
Yeah, but that's ASRock is Asus, isn't it?
It was like
pretty sure
it's super gamer something or other. I can look it up.
I don't know.
Like ROG Tech or something, like Republic of Gamers or some shit like that. I think that's Acer.
I don't really have an opinion on ASRock. I've never really used anything of theirs. I think in my son's PC that we bought really cheaply has an ASRock thing in it. But it's been good for him, so. But he's not like, I mean, I say he's not into like the technical side of games, but he is. He pushes that thing real hard. Fuck ASRock. All my homies use MSI or Asus. Yeah. Or Gigabyte. I got no issues with Gigabyte.
Actually, I think my motherboard might be Gigabyte. I'd have to look it up. It's like Log Strix or something.
Giga you just hate on everything. Underdog, you come in here and you hate on everything every time. You always have an opinion on things. It's good because I like to see other opinions, but you do hate on everything. I will say that, which is cool. Everything's gonna have their haters. It's just my character trait. Yeah, bro. I know. I understand. Don't worry, you're talking to two fucking, British people. Technically, I'm Australian, I suppose, since I've been here most of my life. But we hate on everything. Like, there isn't much we do like these days.
There's very little I like these days.
There's very little we get pleasure out of these days.
Building toys. Building models.
Building figurines is my new thing. It's also my vice, and it's also my fucking just, I don't know. I love it so much, but it's also expensive.
Did you hear about the new science version of this game?
What?
Okay, so there's a research
like,
version
what
of this
way?
game where of a Power Wash
action.
Simulator. Welcome, Classic Mind. There's a version of this game where it comes up every now and then and just asks you questions, and you can either dismiss them
What?
or answer them while you're spraying in story mode. And it's
so is that for educational reasons?
Yeah.
So is that for
it's
schools?
It's for a science thing that's being done, like a survey thing.
I can see that being really cool for schools, because there's a Minecraft Education Edition. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah.
But there's a Minecraft Education Edition that my son has to play at school. That it's Minecraft, but it actually asks you things, and there's like an education mode in it. So it basically is good for school teaching.
This isn't quite the same thing. It's like asking you questions about like what you like, don't like, you know.
Right. Okay. So it's just
how do you feel right now, you know, while you're playing, and then it takes information on what things you clean first and what things other players clean first.
Interesting.
And there's like a big study being
Sounds
done.
Sounds like Square Enix just want to get more information from me.
It sounds to me like Square Enix want to make their games seem way more important than it is, so they made a crackpot
The list of things
study.
you hate. The list of things you hate is as longer than the receipt of shopping at Costco. I take it you've been to Costco, Enderdub, now that they're in Australia.
Hey,
Unless
Johnny.
you're from Melbourne, then they've been in Australia for a long time. Costco's good, but if I go there, I have to buy their pizza. I have to. It's written into Costco law.
Costco pizza.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's like very American style pizza. Big floppy pieces of pizza like from the 90s Ninja Turtles. Dude, it's like that shit. Their pizza is godly. Yeah, see? You agree. You agree that you like their pizza. It's so good. It's like 40-minute drive. No, I've got one like 10 minutes down the road. The only bad thing about Costco is you have to be a member. So you have to pay a yearly membership cost. And it's like $60. So... But you save on fuel because they have fuel pumps.
Oh, they're a wholesaler.
Yes, they are. They're
Right,
massive.
so
a
like,
big American chain.
like Booker over here. We got a chain called Booker here that's a wholesaler. You walk in and it's like, yes, you'd like to buy some Monster. Would you like a case of 24 or 72? It's like, let me think.
No, you can't just buy one thing.
Yeah.
If you buy their meat, it's got to be in a big bundle of fucking meat. But yeah, you get a bunch of shit. Yeah, you get cheaper fuel, and their cheaper fuel is quite cheaper too. Half the time you don't even know what you got. Exactly. Like last time, it was dangerous because last time I went to Costco, we bought a new coffee machine, about 100 coffee pods. I bought 2 fucking cases of Dr. Pepper because they had Dr. Pepper cherry. Fucking hell. And we walked out of there, it was like a $400 shop, and we didn't even buy groceries. It was just stuff. And I was like, and we paid $60 for the privilege of shopping in there, for the membership. I was like, holy shit, this is dangerous. And then they have food as you leave. There's a big fucking canteen when you leave, and there's like hot dogs in there for like $2, and then there's slices of pizza you can buy by the slice, by the way. And one slice is half the size of a full Domino's pizza.
It sounds way better than Booker. So Booker doesn't have like any food like deli or whatever that you can buy. Like
these guys do, and they have samples down every aisle, pretty much. There's always a guy with a little machine with samples going on.
But every now and then there will be someone in there like doing bacon rolls or burgers or stuff, and they'll just be free. It'd be like, oh yeah,
you get that as well.
Why don't you just, next time you need catering for your business party, why don't you
use us? You're like,
use us?
But
and it's
thanks
like
for the free sausage roll, bro.
Yeah. So Booker does have that from time to time. Like I remember having a burger at like 7:30 in the morning in Booker before. It's
they
like,
had some graphics cards there back in like April, and I was literally eyeing that shit the whole time. Yeah, they also had Xbox Series X's and PS5s when no one else did.
Apparently,
so,
Costco used to sell video games in the USA. Did
they do?
Did they sell them in
They do.
Australia?
No, they still do.
Huh?
They're not that much cheaper though than going to somewhere like DB Hi-Fi. There's not that much markup on games, see, so they can't really sell them cheaper than the $60 for a new game or whatever. So they can't really get away with more than
the only
everyone
time
else
you can really get away with like low prices like that is if you're buying directly from a publisher.
Yeah, and see, they've got to make their money on it still as well, so they can't really sell games wholesale, but they do sell them because they sell them in bundles with the consoles too for cheaper. So
yeah, that's the thing. Booker here won't sell you like DVDs or games or.
I'll probably never purchase a console from Xbox or PlayStation ever. I mean, I kind of have to. PlayStation, I'm doing okay with that one, to be honest, right now.
Yeah.
I've got my Switch and I've got my Xbox. I have my PC, but I don't game on PC. So for me, Xbox is the console of choice. Plus, they just upped. Did you just see they upped the price of PS5?
Well, yeah.
Right, the week after they said they wouldn't do it.
Nobody's buying games,
that's the thing,
are they?
but also,
they got to raise the
they literally
price.
said last week. They literally said last week they wouldn't do it. They were interviewed. Would you up the price of the PS5 in this economy? They're like, no, we're not looking at doing that. And
well,
then
they weren't looking at doing that then, but they were looking at doing it 5 seconds later. Once the interview ended.
Yeah, probably.
It's like, we weren't looking at it during the interview, because we were giving an interview.
Probably only buy Nintendo consoles from now on? I mean, I'll definitely buy a Nintendo console. Even when they're bad, I still buy them.
It's not a bad move to just buy Nintendo consoles, if you've got a decent PC
got
to
a good
play games
PC.
on as well. Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
All the best games are going to come, and if they don't, someone will write an emulator.
Your combo at the moment... That's right. Your combo at the moment is Switch and PC, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have a PC or don't want a PC, then it's Switch and Xbox. I can't imagine a world where you have Switch and PS5 and don't have access to a PC or Xbox stuff in general, because Game Pass is such a good fucking...
You just described my brother.
Well, what does he play, though?
He plays PS5 and Switch.
FIFA? Yeah, but what does he play on the PS5?
Horror games, mostly. Stuff that you could easily get on PC and Xbox as well.
Yeah. That's my point. It's like he's not playing the first-party games, because we know for the fact that no one was playing them.
He eats, sleeps, and pisses The Last of Us.
Oh, God. Well, he can do that for the next 3 re-releases, then. One of my friends saved up like $1,500 for a PC, then decided to buy a PS5 for like 2 games he plays. Well, the thing is, if he's not into fucking around with stuff and he just wants to play games, and he's like, I've got $1,500. $1,500 is not going to buy you a really great PC, especially in Australia. It's not going to buy you one that good at all, considering graphics cards are half that. A good one, I mean, that can compete with the PS5 and Xbox Series. So my thought on that is, why buy that when you could probably pick up the PS5 and a bunch of games for the same price? Let's be honest. For $1,500, let's say the PS5 was $1,000. He can buy 5 games with that.
Yeah, if you're working on the assumption that they're only buying it to play video games, then yes.
Play games. Yes.
Yeah, just get yourself an Xbox.
If you need a PC and you also want to play games,
or you want to use like streaming software, webcam, and all that, then
when next gen comes out, it'll be very easy to get a PC that's better for cheap. Yeah, but then they'll release new consoles that are on par and then also cheaper. So it's the cycle.
Any PC games that are worth playing right now are going to be optimized for hardware that's like 5 years out of date anyway. If you have yourself like I got a 2060 Super in this, that's still gonna do me for like brand new PC games for a while. Well, even if I have to play them on low in like 5 years' time.
They were on par with the flagship graphics cards at the time. They weren't on par with the 30s. They were on par with the 20s.
Yeah.
For the GTXs. I mean, or RTXs or whatever. So they were on par with the mainstream, blah 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 at the time. So a PS5 got beaten by a 1060. I highly doubt that. I have a 1060 in mine, and I can tell you right now that I cannot do like half the shit that I can do on my Xbox Series X. It's just not possible. It's just not possible.
My PC is capable
with the Risen. I don't know whether. With the Risen 3, I highly doubt that too. Risen 3 is such old tech now. I don't believe that for a second. I don't think you're doing ray tracing at fucking on a. Well, for one, I know you can't do ray tracing on a 1060 GTX. And I know you can't do it on the Risen 3, so that's fucking absolutely wrong. It might have got beaten in a 2D fucking indie game or a really low quality indie game, but like I'm talking the mainstream, like, you know, top of the line games right now. There's no way. There's no way. I don't know, actually.
I've got it set to flash and I can't find it.
Yeah, but there's also fucking a wheel itself and a rear shielding. But I don't know what that is either, because it's unless it's this little box for some reason. It was Devil May Cry 5. It got see, Devil May Cry 5 is an older game, and Devil May Cry 5 is not optimized for a PS5. I did have a PS5 version, still not optimized. Very poorly optimized.
Hey, that PS5 version of DMC 5, you know, has ray tracing where the PC version does not.
Yeah, it does have ray tracing also.
And why is that?
Like
because Sony,
yeah, I know.
Because Sony wanted to have a special version.
If they made it from the ground, here's the thing: if they made it from the ground up for the PS5, and then you tried to compare that to the version with the Risen and the 1060, there's no way it would compete. And that's my point. Is like, when I'm saying on par, I mean with games that are designed for it, not games that have been backported.
Yeah,
the special versions they got.
The special versions you're not going to run Astro's fucking Playroom on a 1060.
That's right. You're not. So that's my point. Is you're not going to run, you know. And I know for a fact that that's true because Spider-Man, that shit is so unfair. Yeah, I know for a fact too because like Spider-Man and like God of War specs for PC are far out of what I've got. So yeah, it's not, you know. It's not possible. Where's the real rear shield? Anyway, I'm not bagging on PC.
Very
you play
specific
PC, you want to play
one.
PC.
And I'm about to clear
is it?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I got it. Not bagging on PC. PC is great if you can afford to keep up with it. I can't. Or specifically, don't want to.
Johnny says...
And also, when I play games, I just want to install them and play. I don't want to fuck around with shit.
Johnny says, to be fair, Costco is like the only big popular store in America that pays its workers a great wage, starting at $20 per hour.
They're actually not bad here. I've applied to Costco here to be dockhand. They were paying above award rate here as well.
Mm.
So we have two options: clean the temple or clean the treehouse.
Okay, both of them are arsehole. So pick one.
Well, the treehouse is worth $1,500. And the temple's $750, so I'm assuming the temple's half as bad as the treehouse.
The temple is very tall.
Oh, okay. So it's hard in that respect.
Yeah.
Let's start the treehouse. Fuck it. It's got to be done at some point.
So the achievement for the treehouse is clear the lanterns first before anything else.
Lanterns? Okay.
Yeah. So there's two lanterns like at the front here. Oh. That's a text. Who's texting me at this time of night?
Let's say, is that a Dragon Ball sound?
yeah, it's the instant transmission.
The Kai Blast sound.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Same sound.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are the lanterns? You said there's lanterns.
While I'm checking my phone, I can quickly see if I got paid.
They're down there. Oh, yeah.
So I should have been paid by now. I have. And it's looking good. Because I did do stupid hours this week.
Yeah, you kind of fucking overworked yourself.
Yeah.
There was a point where you're like, I really can't even stand up, but I'm going to go to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Well,
bro.
let me tell you what's going on right now. Back to college, which for my employer is like the time they make the most money. Like, they get the most sales in back to college.
We call that back to school here. But yeah, same deal.
So, at that point, during back to college, there's no real limit on the amount of hours that are available, so to speak. Like, there is in terms of, like, wage, you know, like, a store only has a certain amount of budget that they can pay people, but it's incredibly higher because it's based on how much, like, projected sales you're going to do.
How much walk through there are.
Yeah. And during back to college, it's fuck tons.
Foot traffic and all sorts, yeah.
So, right now, I can get weeks with hours in the 35 plus range, and I will take them because in retail it's very hard to get.
Because you know it's going to dry up.
It's very hard to get weeks like that all the time. So take them when you can get them.
Yeah.
Because at the start of the year, the hours usually go down in January to like you're contracted because there's like no footfall during that time. So like January, February time. So much free time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's when the job that I'm going back to, that's when it finished because they were like, we don't need anyone anymore. And then they're like, hey, you still wanting to come back? Because we need people now.
Because my birthday is right at the start of January, right? You know,
how many more
what I
do?
Oh,
there we go. Got it.
Nice one. So what I do is I take my holiday on my birthday, and I get paid the average of the hours that I worked recently, which is the Christmas hours, which are high, and thus I get more money for my holiday than I would if I was, you know, taking my holiday during a time when the hours are low.
Yeah. It all works out in the end.
Yeah, I have the system down to a T.
Because we've been talking. I don't know like how viable this is, but we've been talking about moving to the UK. Because the housing situation here is not amazing.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend living here because our government is fucking terrible.
Well, I'm a British citizen, so I have family over there as well. So
yeah,
but it's like
if you moved, you wouldn't see the end of me. I'm just saying that. Like,
no, well, that's another part of thinking about it is because like the friends we have here in Australia are distant anyway. So they're not to us in particular, but just because they work all the time and they don't live near us. They live like 5,000 k's away. So because we're both from New South Wales originally, so we made a lot of our friends growing up. We made it in a different state, and we live in Queensland. So it's like, yeah,
well, yeah,
we don't really have close friends.
Australia has a large population, but it's spread out over such a big area because so only certain parts of the country are habitable.
Two of my brothers live like 8,000 kilometers away in a different state at the other side of Australia. So it's like we're all spread up anyway. Like it wouldn't matter if we went to fucking UK. So it was just like, I wonder how viable it is. I wonder what the housing situation is like over there. Like, we can live rent-free for a while with family, but it's like
there's
after
plenty of new houses being built, but they're sardine cans and the quality of them is not great. You'd be better off getting something.
I don't care about gardens and things like that.
You know, something that isn't going to fall over the first time the wind hits it, which 90% of these new builds is like.
Yeah, I get you. But I guess just I don't know. I don't know what the job prospects are like over there. It's something we have to talk to people about. But
not fantastic. There's plenty of.
I thought with Brexit there'd be plenty of jobs left because half the immigrants left.
Well, here's the thing. You probably hear about how the UK's like unemployment rate is low, like the lowest it's ever been. Those numbers are fiddled, obviously.
Yeah, the unemployment rate's the lowest it's ever been. I'm like, but it's hard to get a job.
The unemployment rate is based on the people who aren't in any sort of employment at all, including being on job seekers. So people could be actively looking for a job, and that's not classed as being unemployed by the UK.
Well, the way it works here is that if you're on job seeker, your class is unemployed, and that's how they get their numbers. So if you don't qualify for the job seeker because your partner earns too much or something like that, they don't include you in the unemployment rate. Right? So our unemployment rate is the lowest it's ever been, because no one qualifies for fucking job seeker.
Yeah, so here if you're on job seekers, you're not counted as unemployed. So that's why the numbers could be like unemployment rate's the lowest it's ever been. Yeah, because, everybody's on job seekers.
Yeah, but
so that's how the numbers are fiddled here.
Same sort of skewed numbers. So it's not based in reality, because I know for a fact that having been semi-unemployed for 6 months, I know for a fact that it's so hard to get a job. I've been applying. You see my emails, man. They just all the jobs I've applied for, and either no responses or responses of we went with another candidate. And they're not getting much interviews at all, kind of thing. And there's not a lot of jobs on the seeker programs and stuff like that. So I know for a fact that that's not reality. I know firsthand that's not reality. And I was even with an agency trying to find me a job at an established place that I've even worked at before. Like, I work for Toll, right? So they've been trying to find me a position inside Toll for the last 6 months after the other one dried up. It just so happened that my old job needs people again, so they're like, oh, can you start Monday? I was like, yeah, okay. So I lucked out in that respect because I was already with them. But anybody else that's just joined them to try and find a job is not going to get one. So I know for a fact that those numbers are based in fucking fantasy land, just to make it look good. It's so they can justify bringing the unemployment amount they give down. Because they're like, well, there's not many people on it, so we can just bring it down. You're like, no, dickhead. The people that are on it are desperate. I can tell you right now. But yeah, governments, man, they're all just as bad. So when I say like moving to the UK might be viable, it's no more shit fuckery than it is here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same sort of shit fuckery going on. Just we'd be living in Europe where there's a lot more joined to the world. You're actually joint to parts of the world that are functional.
Yeah.
We are so far away from everything. I might even get Namco physical releases that aren't on Switch. Or at all, because this Gundam game was out today, it's not even available here physically.
You're saying about, like, Europe, it's like, I'm one of those few people that still considers himself a European citizen.
Oh yeah, because you Brexit, but you're in Europe still, no matter how you slice
will
it.
of the people, 51% will of the people. Yeah, bullshit.
51.
In any other election,
and that 1%
that would have been a hung
was the
fucking
politicians
parliament.
extra.
Yeah, it would have been a hung
Oh yeah, it would have been here
parliament.
too. You need a majority.
Yeah. So
that wasn't majority.
So the only reason
1%.
that went through is because the government wanted it to go through in the fucking first place.
But I don't care if you're technically in the European trade or what. You're still in Europe.
Yeah, as far as
you can't change where your position.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a European citizen. I'm part of Europe.
It's like us. We're in the Commonwealth, right? Which gets us entry into the Eurovision, because they opened it up to Commonwealth countries. But that doesn't mean we're not. You know, we're not in Europe, but we are in the Commonwealth. So it's like, well, we're so far away, but we're still there. Canada's in the Commonwealth, for fuck's sake. I don't know. Countries can label themselves how they like it. They're still part of whatever they were originally part of.
Yeah, all countries are part of Pangaea.
Yeah, exactly. We're all Africa. That's where we split from, apparently. But yeah, I don't know. It's just been something we've been talking about. I don't know how viable it is and whatnot. We got to research it more, obviously. But I don't think prospects are any different to here. To be fair.
No.
And then we'd be in Europe,
not much
so
of a difference.
no. So yeah. And you're like, you wouldn't get rid of you? Nah, we do multi-streams, bro, in the same building.
Yeah.
I would definitely have a stream room set up, so with 2 computers like we do now. Like I could double stream with you now. Like if the wife was home and she wanted to stream, we could both stream at the same time. We've done it before. So I would just have to double check where all your internet stuff is.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to live in a place with fiber then.
With Virgin Internet or whatever you guys have over there.
Because where I am, like my internet
I wouldn't be where
is
you
shitty.
are just because of that. Then again, I feel like even like here, like just down the road here, they don't have fiber, but we do. So I imagine any new housing estate is going to have it.
Quite possibly, but you're also going to be living in a tin can, and it's not enough space to raise children.
Well,
it's just not. Those sorts of.
As long as it's 3 bedrooms
places.
or more, that's all you need.
Yeah,
so,
you're not gonna get that out of these like new cardboard builds.
No, but we would. I'm sure there's ones close by.
You'd want to get a nice detached or semi-detached. I live in a semi-detached. It's not a very good house, so to speak, but
it does the job, right?
Yeah, the fact that it's got 3 bedrooms and it's got good travel links to like the major cities, like train and bus.
That would be my other thing, because currently I don't drive. I have a learner's license, but I don't have a full open car license or anything.
So the house we've got is actually worth a fuck ton of money, even in its not so great state.
Because of the position of it.
Yeah, because of its position and what it has room-wise. So.
Did you buy that house or are you renting the house?
No, it was previously owned by another family member.
Right. Okay.
So we inherited.
So you inherited the house. Yeah. So okay. Cool. I mean that's cool. But yeah, we would have to definitely weigh up the options, and it'd have to have the right internet. We'd have to go looking for places over there. But I don't know. It's my home country, and I've never been back. So, and I hate the heat here. I know you guys are having a heat wave currently.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I don't feel like it's anything like what we get.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, what is this weather? You know, like, nothing wrong here. And I'd be like, please, pass me the purified water, and I will give you a stim pack. You know, just
pass me the ice water, please.
Dobby requires hydration.
Oh no. I've got no water, Dobby. Just piss in Dobby's mouth.
Oh god. That reminds me of a bit I was gonna do. How familiar are you with Persona 5?
Barely. It depends. I didn't get too far in the game.
Do you know about the little cat, Morgana, right?
Yeah, Morgana.
Yeah, so when he first meets Anne, he's like, Lady Anne! Oh, you're so beautiful. I just imagined this part where he's like, Lady Anne, can you spare coochie? And I want...
for me?
Yeah, I want to sort of get good at doing his voice so I can do like an impersonation of him going, Lady Anne, can you spare coochie? Step on me, Lady Anne.
Yeah, well, she does wear the red latex, doesn't she?
Yeah.
As a cat suit type thing. I know a bit about Persona 5 because I probably played 5 to 10 hours of it. I can't remember how much.
Yeah, I put like 7 hours in it.
Waiting for the Switch version.
I'm done.
Waiting for the Switch version to get back into it.
Yeah, there's something
I pre-ordered Royale on Switch.
Yeah, it's something about the gameplay that didn't like gel with me to the point where I like cared enough to continue it.
Continue it? Yeah, but, I'm trying to remember the game.
It's coming to Game Pass this year, so I might try it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it on Switch though, just to have it physically on Nintendo is cool. And it'll run fine because Atlas do their job on the Switch, so I'm not worried about the performance of it.
Yeah, I remember the Warriors game running really well on it, even though it looked like ass visually.
They made it run at 540p handheld, but it ran fine.
Yeah.
But then again, it didn't look the best on PS4 either, so...
Yeah, there was still some grainy-ass textures here and there.
Yeah, it only ran at 720 on PS4. Base PS4.
PC version looks fucking great.
Yeah, and the PS4 Pro version of it was good too, but... Yeah, I'm just saying, like, they obviously have to make cuts for the Switch. I don't know why they decided to do Switch, but they did. I think I have it on the Switch, actually. Scramble? Yeah, I think I do. I think I bought that physically when it came out.
Yeah,
I didn't finish it either.
7 hours into that as well, yeah, and stopped.
I didn't finish it because it started referencing Persona 5, and I was like, oh, well, I haven't even played Persona 5, so... Like, obviously it's a sequel in as much as Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's...
Warriors 1 is a sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Persona 5, not a sequel to Persona 5 Royal. So... Make of that what you will.
No, so... yeah, Persona 5 Royal has all the extra story parts, doesn't it? So... I don't know. I'll be playing Royal. It's not a different game, though, is it? Like, it has the original story in it.
Yeah, it's got the original story in it, and some elements that are new within the story. Like a new major character who plays like a major part in the story that's not in the original P5.
Okay. Yeah,
what
so
are you doing?
I'll play
what
Scramble
happens to your Twitter? Welcome, Classic Mind. What do you mean, what happens to my Twitter?
What the fuck? You haven't had Twitter for ages.
Yeah, I was banned in, like, January of last year or something.
We still got to set that up
to
see if it works.
I don't care.
Because I feel like if I make the account,
Twitter's overrated.
I don't think it'll get banned. It's helpful. It's helpful to follow the industry people.
Yeah, it's helpful, and you know, entry to competitions and stuff.
Yeah, and like getting your shit out there with hashtags is another thing. A lot of my through traffic on my videos comes from Twitter. I will admit that. So a lot of my click-throughs come from Twitter. If you post your shorts on Twitter and they're playable inside of Twitter, the click rate goes up a lot.
Oh.
Because people watch it on Twitter and it counts as a view. So it is helpful. It is helpful.
How about you, Classic Mind? What happened to your Twitter?
Yeah. Please explain what you mean.
You got banned. Right, okay. Fuck Twitter.
Oh, God. I've never been banned on Twitter. I've had reports against my account for having shit takes and stuff, but I've never had...
for having bad opinions.
Never had a... Well, it's not a bad opinion thing. It's just people that don't agree with me, and then they get into a heated argument with themselves because I don't reply, and then they report my account. Because, you know, Twitter.
You mean like that person, that Stadia person?
Yeah, that shit.
That Stadia
bots,
ambassador.
100% bots. Google must be paying so many people to not badmouth Stadia. Because you just mentioned Stadia on Twitter and you get... It's not like everyone says. It's free to use and blah, 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 blah. Like, it's free to use as if it's the same as, like, you can play all the games for free. It's not. You've got to pay for the games. You have to buy the games at full price just so you can stream them only. And you can't download them. Oh, but it's free to use. Yeah, it's free to log in. Okay, cool. That's not the same. It's not even close. Oh, but it's the way to go, and you're just hurting the environment with your plastic discs. I'm like, what if I buy digitally? Oh, well then you're hurting the environment with your plastic box. I'm like, what do you play Stadia on? On my PC. On my monitor that I already have. I'm like, yeah, well I already have my console. So every time I buy a game, I already have my console.
I'm not buying a new console every time I buy a new console. Game.
Yeah, I'm not. Right? So your argument doesn't make any, like, it's not environmentally any better. I said, well then what about your controller? That's made in China. Blah, 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 blah. Because he was like, oh, it's not made in China. And I'm like, the controller's made in China. I can tell you that right now.
Remember that
and
Toro
I
PlayStation
found pictures
video
of
you made? Yes, I do. The Sushi Bites on Toro Let's Party. I rewatched that recently because Toro came up in a discussion.
We were talking about
you were talking about PS3 games that were worth playing, and I said, dude, Toro Let's Party's where it's at.
I couldn't find it. Well, I couldn't find it on Package GI or whatever it is. It's not on.
Yeah,
I'd have to find it externally and do it that way.
Yeah, I'd have to have a dig around and see.
I don't think they did it physically either, so I'd have to make it into
it was a physical release in Asia, physical English release. It was not digital.
In Asia?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's okay then. I can probably find that.
So you need to set the region
as long as I can find it.
PKGI to Asia specifically.
I did, but it's not there. I can't remember if it wasn't there or if it didn't have a wrap attached to it. I think it didn't have a wrap attached to it.
It wouldn't have a wrap because it's an ISO and it was not released digitally.
That's not how Package GI works.
So it wouldn't be on PKGI because it's not a digital item.
Unless it was digital as well.
No, it was ISO only, for sure. Physical only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, no, it won't be on there. I did look for it, but I don't even think it would have come up under Toro, so probably had a different name, probably actually in traditional Chinese.
The only thing digitally that would have shown up would have been the Dokudemo Ishio games, which were released as digital downloads, the PS1, maybe one of the PS2 games.
And also any updates or DLC for it as well.
Mainichi Ishio, the news program that they ran for several years, would have shown
I'll tell you what surprised me.
That's not supported for years.
Tell you what surprised me, and it's a PS2 game, but I'm playing them all on PS3 now because they just run. But the Mobile Suit Gundam RPG.
Yeah, you
Traditional
posted
RPG.
that in the Discord. I looked at
I
it
had
and
no
I'm
idea
like,
it
ooh,
existed.
that looks cool. Yeah, I had no idea either. It's like a
It is cool. I've played about 6 hours of it.
It's like Rockman X Command mission, you know, like just out of nowhere. It's like, oh, there's a JRPG that just exists that I never knew about.
But it's not called Gundam or anything like that, so it doesn't come up under any searches for Gundam. Right?
So when you're searching for Gundam, you never find it.
You don't find it. It's called MS Saga.
Mobile Suit, yeah.
Right? Yeah. But it's literally...
Yeah. Why wouldn't they call
fucking
it
like
Gundam?
Final Fantasy VII style. Because it's not... It's its own story.
Right.
And the Gundams in it are kind of like the Super Deformed, but they're like in between. So they're not official part of the Gundam show or anything.
Right.
I mean, they kind of are. If you count them as SDs, they are. But the story itself is decent, and also like the fucking graphics are good. The game runs fantastic. I think it's running at 60 frames actually, which is fucking pretty good. And it plays like Final Fantasy VII. So you have the turn-based shit. You have your limit breaks. You have your world map is exactly like Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, it's very, very cool. And I've played about 6 hours of it already. And the save points are everywhere. You can't just save wherever you want because it's copying Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, it's very, very decent.
Thank you for the kind words, Classic Mind. The best video you made was the Hideki Naganuma music samples. Yes.
That's where everybody found you.
Yeah, that came from a very pure place back when I was a more pure-hearted person. Well,
I wonder if he's seen that video.
Oh, Hideki, surely he has.
If he searches himself like any narcissist,
yeah, without a doubt, he's seen it. Without a doubt, he's seen that and the follow-up. Without a doubt.
But he usually comments on things. That's the thing about him.
He definitely knows about my typing of the Dead dictionary because he reposted that.
Oh, then he's probably found your other shit then.
So he probably knows about the two sample videos.
The thing is, he tends to not talk about Jet Set and stuff too often because it's all people ask him about.
Yeah,
I can imagine
he hates being asked about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So same with me in the whole Nintendo saga. It's like, yeah, sure, it happened, and that's what people know me for.
Sorry, have we gone a week without? Yeah, I was about to say. I'm sure we'd gone a week without mentioning something, but I can't remember what that thing was.
Probably been about a month now. It's been a couple of weeks now, actually. But yeah, that's all people ask me about, and it gets. I can understand where he comes from.
Yeah. It must
gets
suck
a bit
being
like, I don't mind
known
it,
as that
like,
person.
Yeah, well, no, it's okay to be known as that, but like, that's not all I do. You know?
Yeah. It's like when an actor is typecast in a role, and they're like, sometimes I want to play the villain. I'm always playing the good guy.
The difference with that is they accept those roles. You know what I mean? Like, they still can say no. But then they can't.
You can't say, no, I'm not that guy, because you are that guy.
Yeah. You're not going to put Seth Rogen in a serious role. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you're not going to have Seth Rogen play like Donkey Kong or something. That would just be dark.
Serious role. That's the most serious role they've ever done.
That's the most serious role you'll ever see Seth Rogen in. It's Donkey Kong.
I don't think it's going to be serious. I think it's going to be quite... Donkey Kong's going to be dumb and just joking all the time.
I've been smoking some weed, Mario. Oh.
He's going to laugh like him too. 100%. That's the only reason you hire Seth Rogen for anything is because you want the character to laugh like Seth Rogen. You seriously do. But, yeah. Donkey Kong, yeah, I can see that. And Jack Black as Bowser, that's good typecasting. That's good.
Yeah,
I like that. Don't know about Mario
he
itself,
looks like
but Luigi's
Bowser.
fine. Nah, he just does the whole
About the only
rock
one that
voice
makes
thing.
any sense besides Jack Black is what's-her-face's Peach. Because she's just a generic...
Anna, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Anna
Blonde girl.
Taylor
Yeah.
Joy or something.
Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, I don't know. Taylor Swift's clone. Yeah, no, they all make sense except for fucking Chris Pratt. Even Charlie Day's Luigi, I can see that. Like, that's fine to me. But yeah, the worst is Mario for sure. And we know they just did it to have Chris Pratt as a character, as a main cast.
This classic mind in my chat is bringing back all the hits. Yeah, the original demo derby where I played Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 demo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Making me feel old. That was well over 10 years ago.
Do they still watch though, or is it something that they used to watch? And if they don't watch anymore, what happened? Why do you not watch anymore?
There's been a little push recently, I've noticed. So
is there? Maybe you're back in the algorithm.
On the Hideki Naganuma video, there were some users that were like that was like, oh, you know, Escape Room British has disappeared. You know, thank you for re-uploading his hard work and preserving this video. And it's like,
and you're like, but it's me.
Like, it's me. I'm just an anime girl now.
I did feel like that was going to be...
Yeah.
Like you should have started Eiko as a separate channel.
Well, I did start Eiko as a separate channel, and then I liked having subscribers. I know. I should have really kept things as a
You should have kept the escape route. I mean, you can always change it back.
Yeah. There's always an option to go back to escape route. Even, like, ditch
You didn't change the URL, even.
No, the URL is still Escape Room British. Do you really like pizza? Yes, I do.
Who doesn't? Oh, okay, I take that back. Actually, my son doesn't like pizza. I don't know fucking why. And if he has pizza, it's got to be plain cheese, nothing else.
Ew, cheese pizza.
What? What do you have on your pizza? I'm like, what the fuck do you have on your pizza?
Very hot stuff, usually.
You're like no, in Britain, we actually have just mayo for cheese.
Jalapeno, mainly.
Jalapeno?
Yeah,
jalapeno's good.
Like hot meats, like spicy meats.
I had Nando's last night, and it made me disappointed. First time.
You had a cheeky Nando's, and it wasn't cheeky enough.
I did have a cheeky Nando's. Well, okay, here's the story. We were cooking dinner, and forgot we were cooking dinner, and dinner burnt. Dinner no good. Dinner burnt.
Yeah.
And it was Nando's chicken stuff that we were pre-cooking. And I was like, yeah, looking forward to it. And it burnt, so I was like, oh, well, just go up the road and grab some Nando's, right? And we didn't have any money in our account because we hadn't been paid, but we had cash, right? Because I'd sold some stuff and I still had cash.
Yeah.
So I was like, just go get some Nando's. Anyway, so she went up to get Nando's. Sorry, we don't take cash anymore. We only take card. So I'm like, okay, that sucks.
Like,
I was really looking forward to getting some
real?
Yeah, apparently since COVID, they just no longer take actual cash anymore.
That's been true about my local Burger King until like last week.
Yeah, I thought they would have like everybody did it. Everybody did it at one point, and then they went back to taking cash again, right? Anyway, no, Nando's apparently just won't take cash anymore. And in fact, the only way you can order Nando's now is through their app, even if you're in the store. Is through their app at the counter, and then pick it up.
Okay, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's really shit. Anyway, I was like, okay, whatever. Just get pizza. I don't care. Just get something else, right? And then Jay's like, no, I can go to the other place up the road. There's another Nando's up there, and there's an ATM that I can do a deposit on. So I'll just deposit the cash I have into the ATM, and it'll come into my account immediately, which it does. That's a thing you can do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do it over there.
Yes, but they're usually inside the bank.
No, these are like outside. Just well, they're attached to the bank, but outside the bank.
So here in the UK, those sorts of ATMs.
But the bank was closed.
But they'll always be inside the bank building.
And it's instant. It adds it to your account.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't exist, or they do exist, but they might be different banks. So anyway, it's only the one bank that does it here, but we just happen to be with them. Anyway, so she did that.
Network
money
error.
in the account.
You'll have to
ran into Nando's at that place. Oh.
Yeah, I just got kicked.
I'm still going. Might be you.
Yeah, I just got kicked. You'll need to
I'll add you back.
Disable co-op and re-enable co-op, I think will probably do it.
No, I can just re-invite you, I think.
Alright, neat.
Yeah. Providing that it says you're online.
What was the last time you talk in camera? Let me see. What was the last time I was on camera on my channel?
It's a few months ago.
You
were playing something.
I very briefly appeared in the Sonic puzzle video. Because I turned my webcam laptop on it.
What? Like, yes? Like this week? You talking about this week? What was that? Is that the puzzle you did recently?
Yeah. So, I did appear very
did you
briefly
fuck
on
up?
camera there. Oh, just
you're not a very good VTuber.
I just
had a face reveal already.
I just had a comment. So I commented on the SD Gundam Battle Alliance launch trailer, and I said, "My wallet aches. Space is for the space noids." And then someone actually responded asking me if I had plans on playing it. Hold on, am I suddenly getting like a blast of viewers out of nowhere? Because I'm okay with that.
You might be getting algorithmed.
Oh, please. Yes. He was my favorite villain in the Legend of Zelda series. Algorithm.
Algorithm?
Yeah, Algorithm.
Yeah, he helps you escape the castle.
Yeah, he's the wage. he's the mage, Algorithm.
The wage? He's the wage.
Dude, you're making fun of my slurred speech. Obviously, I've not been drinking enough.
Obviously. You improve with drink. Get algorithms, bro.
So, last time I was on
card.
camera for an extensive period of time on my channel. Let me see.
Purposely on camera, not accidentally.
So,
you're the worst VTuber ever.
before the ACO merger, so that was...
You probably played some Switch game online. Oh no, you were playing like the horse game, right?
I was ACO during that.
No, the first one.
Yeah, I was ACO during that.
Oh yeah.
So last stream where I would have appeared on camera, that might have been the House of the Dead stream. PC port of House of the Dead. So that's overstimulated number 12. That might be the last time I appeared on camera as me, because the overstimulateds after that I was ACO in them.
Right.
There was a stream I did where I had the ACO face active and my face active at the same time, but I think that was,
one of the initial ones you had both because you were like hoping that people would come out and see who you are. I like how that's something else I got you into and then quickly got rid of.
Yeah. It was the Kirby and Chill stream, which is down as a members only, because I've gone through a bunch of my old streams
we both
where my regular
Kirby,
face is on, and I've gone like members only on like
we both
bunch
did
of
Kirby. I dressed up as Kirby.
Yeah, I mean to do more like ACO dress up stuff now that I, know how to take a V-Roid apart and attach body
now
parts.
that you're getting algorithmed, but it seems like Escape Route is the one getting algorithmed.
Yeah.
I'm just like, maybe you should change it back and then have ACO as a different channel.
Or just have ACO as a character and content that appears on the Escape Route channel.
Yeah, you could do ACO's news or something. And like, just have her as a newsreader that you become, but it's still Escape Route British.
Are you making another Sushi Bites video? I'm always thinking about doing it, but it's finding the time and the perfect game. What I'm looking at the moment...
Do it on... I know you already did it on Toro, didn't you?
Yeah. What I'm looking at the moment is maybe doing one on the Xbox 360 Connect Japan-only dancing games that I learned about today.
Nah, do it on the Kamen Rider games. Do like a thing on those.
Again?
You played a lot of them.
Again?
Oh, have you done
another one on Kamen Rider games? I did actually...
No, then do it on Gundam games, then.
Another one on Gundam? Actually, no, I haven't done one on Gundam games.
You haven't done Gundam.
No. I meant to, but, never did.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And as I'm finding out, they're not all strategy games, and some of them aren't even called Gundam.
Yeah,
The best one isn't called Gundam.
I started planning to do one on Ultraman games, and then I found out that there's like... I'm like, let's look at my Ultraman 7-zip file. So, this is 20 gigabytes.
Last night I found out that in the Figure series, they plan on doing Pepsi Man.
Oh my god! Please let me know when
100%
that happens, Pepsi
going to get that.
Yeah, let me know when that happens. Yeah, I'm totally getting a Pepsi Man.
There's no like other details yet. So.
Oh yeah, speaking of Pepsi Man, I did an episode on Pepsi Man.
Of course you did. Everyone's done something on Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man. Top underrated theme songs of video games from the 90s.
It was technically a two-parter because the first episode was about how he was in Fighting Vipers on Saturn as a hidden character.
That's right, he was too, but not on like the arcade or anything.
No, just on the Japanese Sega Saturn version.
And not even on the fucking Dreamcast re-release of it.
No, not on any of the re-releases at all. Even though the Pepsi branding was on the PS2 re-release, Pepsi Man himself was not. And again, Pepsi branding was only on the Japanese PS2 version.
You should do like an expose video on like drinks in games and off-brand drinks in games and why they exist and all that shit. Because like, obviously there's a lot of made-up beverages in games. So
that sounds more like a Polygon Donut kind of video. Tier listing drinks found in video games. Woohoo!
No, but like I'm talking.
I really like Dr. Pop.
Shenmue
Dr. Pop's really good. I put Dr. Pop in the Fizzy Boy tier. Yeah, I can't be doing videos like that.
I reckon you get.
No, I can't be doing videos like that. It would hurt my brain to speak like Polygon Donut. Besides, the only person who does Polygon Donut well is Polygon Donut.
Speak like them.
Oh, Fizzy Boy tier, drag it to S tier. Yeah. Sounding like Stufa from fucking Harry Hill on those things. Good.
But I bet you could do a tier list and it would do fairly well.
Yeah.
Top lollies in video games.
Number 10, Ice Lolly. What did you think I was talking about?
What did you think it was going to be?
Reminds me of the time Doug Walker did top 10 hottest cartoon characters, and it was like the Fireball, and like characters that are literally fire, and it's just like, oh come on,
actually
man.
hot.
You had one job, and you
one job, and you knew what you did. Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? Come on, get clean! This fence post is not getting clean.
Probably means you're missing an angle on it somewhere.
No, I think the railing is all joined and they're not like...
So you're saying convert everything back to Escape Route British. That's like a 10-second job. Can I be bothered?
Well, if you're getting an algorithm for Escape Route British, now's the time to fucking do it, if you're going to do it at all.
Maybe I should do a video where it's like, I'm sorry. Echo was a mistake.
You do a whole video about returning, and that'll get yeah. Sorry, I went away, and like you'll get algorithms on that video hard. It's like anytime I do a fucking update video.
I got a lot of attention on the Yakuza short that I did, and I was trying to figure out why. And I think it's because the title was "I'm Dead Serious," and people might have thought I was dead.
Yeah, maybe. Because also, like, the algorithm pushes anything with, like, I'm sorry, or, like, I made a mistake, or...
When I was little,
like,
I remember you made a video called Let's Draw Reiko Mikami when I was 6 years old. You remember that drawing Reiko video?
Wait,
dude, I did that on, like, a really old laptop. That was, like, years ago.
And now you're making Gunpla on a different laptop.
Yeah. A different laptop to that laptop.
I feel like
the laptop I did that artwork on, I punched the screen.
Do you want me to tell you something? My opinion, dead serious, and don't take any offense to anything, but hear it from my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I think
kill Eiko.
You were better. Yeah, kind of. but not like you don't have to, but dumb it down to like a secondary character or something. I feel like you had a better thing going with Escape Route British, and I feel like that's where most people know you from, and I feel like that's better for the algorithm to find you on.
It's words I don't want to hear. You're correct.
I know.
It's words I don't want to hear, but you're correct.
I know, that's why I said don't take any offense to it, because I'm like, this is just my opinion. But, you know, I feel, and I had the same thing because I was doing the Cliffy thing. I was like, no, fuck it. People know me, my face and my voice and stuff. I might as well just be me. I don't give a fuck anymore. So, and now I'm a fish, but no, it's just a name change. But it's still, you know, that's all it is. But I feel like your fucking channel was fine the way it was.
Yeah.
The issue comes from again, my opinion, don't take any offense. The issue with you being found is the content that you make is niche content.
Yes.
You have a very niche thing, so you cover a lot of things that a lot of people don't, which is good, because if someone's looking up that stuff, they're gonna find your content. But the other flip side of that coin is not a lot of people are looking up that stuff. So when you do sushi bites and stuff like that,
yeah, I'm happy to continue doing the niche. Like,
I don't know, that's fine.
That's always worked for me.
But you've got niche content, and now at the moment you've got another niche content on top of that, which is VTuber.
Yeah.
So it's not still 100% accepted in the mainstream VTubing, right? It's getting there, but there's only like 5 notable ones that I could tell you off the top of my head that are actually in the Western world. You know, people know them. So to do that with content that you're doing as a niche character type deal, you're really dumbing down who's going to find your streams and who's going to find your content. Yeah, that's just my theory on it. So I don't know. You can go get fucked if you want. I don't give a shit.
That's certainly true.
Yeah. You know, you know how you put all the eggs in one basket kind of thing. So you do niche content as a niche person and in a niche scene. So it's like you're really, and you put so much effort into it. I don't want to see it go to waste. You know what I mean? So I'm saying don't do niche content. That's absolutely perfectly fine. I'm just saying that you can certainly broaden your horizons as far as not being a VTuber full time kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I have thought about. I put a little bit of thought behind, and I'm like, I don't know. If you ever ask me what I think, then that's, you know. And I know you didn't ask for my opinion, but there it is.
No, I didn't.
I didn't, and fuck you.
But no, but I've listened all the same. I think you're right. I think it's time we switch it back.
Yeah, and I'm saying that you can still do the VTuber as a character.
It was always
videos.
Meant to be an experiment.
Yeah.
And then,
as I said, I experimented with it as well, but
it felt good wearing the mask, and I didn't want to take the mask off. And I still don't want to take the mask off.
I understand that aspect of it, for sure. Which is why I did it, because I didn't want to be on camera all that much initially, but then I'm like, you know what, I don't care. I really don't care anymore. I just wanted to be known as a name instead of my own name. That's why I changed it to Technicoy, because I was like, well, yes, people know me as James Burt, but I also just don't want to be known as James Burt. I want to have a thing, because I can't be like, I can't play with my name and do like techno builds and stuff like that if it's just James Burt.
James Builds.
So, yeah, but that doesn't really sit right.
Technoburt.
So, Technoburt.
BRB just doing another name change.
Stuff. Yeah.
Well, this is the longest you've kept a name, to be fair.
What, technically?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Nah, I did quick time event for like 2 years straight. I should have never changed from that. That was my mistake. I should have kept it as quick time event, because it was getting known. And every time you looked up quick time event for a game mechanic, my shit came up, and I should have just left it, man. And I made that mistake. but I can't go back to it now because all the names have been not put back into the ether. Like Twitch doesn't have it anymore. I can't get it back from Twitter. I can't get it back from YouTube. So yeah, it's gone. That name is gone. I even sent them like emails and stuff asking if I could get access to it again, and they're like, "Oh no, because it's been put back into the like to be released category, so they can't do it." I was like, "Oh, okay, fair enough. Not gonna bother. It's too much effort." But that's my thoughts on my names. I should have stayed with the QuickTime event. Game Slam stuff didn't work, and Game Drive didn't work because of the way when you look up Game Drive, you just get like brutally killing animals.
Oh.
Like game hunting videos, you know what I mean? Like
right,
actual
I see,
game.
like Wake and Fright.
Yep. And apparently Game Drive is a thing they do. Yeah. Apparently Game Drive is a thing they do in the US. So they go game driving. So they go driving for game shooting.
Oh.
So I can't do that because that's why I changed from that because I was like, well, that doesn't work. Algorithm hates me. So yeah, change from that. But, so I'm keeping technical now. That's the way it's going. I even have a new mascot being made from somebody I've outsourced it to, by the way.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be a mashup of a koi fish and gunpla.
Oh.
So think about a koi fish in armor, type mech armor.
So you really are going full on with the build stuff now.
Fuck yeah! I enjoy that shit so much. I enjoy that shit so much, but it doesn't stop me doing other content. Like, not at all. It just means that I will be focusing mostly on that stuff, but also, when it comes to games and stuff, I can just chill and play whatever. Like, that's my channel. A lot of the games I do play anyway are very anime-style fucking games, apart from this. This is like, whatever. This is the chill game.
Yeah, but this is by the anime game company, so,
I guess it counts. So what you're saying is Power Wash Simulator is an anime
this is a
game.
JRPG. Anime JRPG.
Okay, cool. So it counts. Well, think about it. When we play games together, what is it? It's usually this or Destiny, right?
Yeah.
And Destiny is like the game that we play with Ant. That's what that game's become. Ever since he joined. Because it was our original idea was to play Destiny. Because we were like, oh, I want to like get into Destiny. And you're like, yeah, me too. I'm like, okay, let's play Destiny.
He
and then
asked me
like,
before, and I'm like, I'm never going to play Destiny. And then you're like, we should play Destiny.
And then you said, I'm going to play Destiny.
And then I'm like, oh, if Jim wants to play it, then I'll play it.
Then Ant can play it. But now we're doing it on Ant's time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're not playing it unless Ant's there. So, it's become that game that we play if there's three of us and we all want to play something. Which is fine. I don't mind. It leaves more content open to do whatever. Like the other day, like yesterday, I was like, what do we do? And you're like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, I'm going to build something. And you're like, okay, I'll set up my shit and we'll build something. And that's what I want to do. Is like, if there's nothing else I want to stream, like nothing else has come out brand new and no one's playing it kind of thing, I'll grab a fucking kit and I'll build. That's what I'll do. They're basically my continuing content but backup as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna need to make a video then that's like, yeah, here's what happened, timeline of events.
It's all technical's fault.
And this is why I'm Escape Route British again.
Yes. Maybe you should have called yourself Escape Route Brexit. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, that's not funny.
I know. It's funny because it's not funny. And it would never be a thing.
It's a terrible joke and you should be ashamed.
That's why it's fucking funny. Because it's just one of those things like, no, don't. Please don't. Also, what happened to Escape Academy?
We couldn't save
that
it,
game
remember?
Oh, that's right.
We didn't know why it didn't save, so we stopped playing it. If we can figure out
it didn't save for either of us.
If we can figure out why it didn't save, we can return to it.
Yeah, I think it didn't save because it's just shit.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
thought.
my theory.
Yeah. Sounds about right. What's the hottest
I think it's
character ever? That's a good question.
Charmander's pretty hot.
Are we talking hot as in temperature, or are we talking hot as in desirable? Because, you know...
Yeah. Which one do you mean?
Yeah, because...
And then are we talking hot as in like Nando's chicken hot, or are we talking...
Are we talking Naga?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't finish the Nando's fucking story.
Yes, Nando.
So basically what happened was, she went to the other place, put money into the account in the ATM, and then went to Nando's at that place, because we have two Nando's, one's close by and one's a little bit further down.
This was the Nando's near the ATM.
So the Nando's near the ATM further away. She went in there and they're like, it's going to be 40-minute plus wait.
Oh my god.
So she's like, no. And then they're like, oh, and you have to order on the app and you have to tell it. So when she was ordering on the app, right, she was going to do it anyway. But when she was ordering on the app, it said, what store do you want to pick it up? So she went, oh, I'll pick it up from the original store that said they didn't take cash because it's close by home. So that's what she did. But when she got here, she ordered large chips and stuff, and they gave me the regular. And she ordered an extra hot, and Annie gave me hot. So yeah, I was fucking, and then I was eating it, and it was meant to be a half chicken and chips, right? Because I always order a half chicken chips because they never give you enough chicken with the quarter chicken chips. They just fucking never do. So half of it was bone. Most of the fucking meal was bone. There wasn't actually that much chicken. So lots of disappointment was had. So it was a journey to even get it, and then when I got it, I was disappointed.
What you're describing to me with that story is many points where another decision should have been made, but Yul was fighting hard to have the Nando's. It reminds me of a story I heard about a man who was... There was a flood.
An Australian man who wanted Nando's.
No. There was a flood, and, you know, like, his entire town was submerged in water, and he was sitting on top of his house, and the water was rising, and he's like, I know, God will save me, right? And,
yeah.
He's like, God will save me from this flood. And some people come by on a raft, and they're like, come on this raft right now. And he's like, no, God will save me. He's like, no, I don't need it, because God will save me. So then somebody comes along in like a speedboat. They're like, oh my God, I found this speedboat. You know, we'll get you to safety. He's like, God will save me. Anyway, water rises up. He drowns. He dies. He goes to heaven, right? I don't know how I heard this story, because clearly he's a dead man.
You're not religious, but and stuff, yeah. No. He's also dead, so how do you tell him?
Yeah, he's dead. So he gets to heaven and he's like, God, why didn't you save me? And God's like, I sent the two guys in the raft, sent the guy in the speedboat. What I'm saying is, in this situation, you thought about getting pizza. You had to drive 60 miles
sent her a message. I said,
to get
I don't care anymore, get whatever you want.
Yeah, so, you know...
I sent her a message.
You should be less like the guy on the roof of his house. And you should be more like the person eating food that's complete and warm and tastes nice.
It was more like I specifically... Because Jade went out specifically to get Nando's.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I really want Nando's because I was really feeling the peri-peri chicken stuff, right? Yeah. Anyway, when she said it's going to be a 40-minute wait, I was like, I don't care anymore. Just get whatever you want to get. You know what I like. Get me something. And then she calls me and goes, oh, I've already ordered it, but it's at the other place, so I can just pick it up on my way through. I was like, okay. If that's what you want to do, you're already out. You might as well fucking do that.
Classic Mind said, tell Technokoi I say hi. Classic Mind says hi.
Hello. I say hi to Classic Minds.
Technokoi says hi to Classic Minds.
I'm also streaming too. You can shout me out if you wish, or I shout myself out. Whatever.
I'm pretty sure I use the @ on YouTube, so people can just click through.
Yeah, true. You'll find me on YouTube, you'll find me on Twitch, you'll find me in your mum's bed. That's how the old saying goes.
I wrote something similar in the script to a video that I canned today.
Did you?
Yeah.
You canned it?
Yeah, it was the Pillage the Pile on fucking open season for Xbox 360. Just got bored of it.
Oh dear. It's not even worth. It comes to a point where it's like, okay, it's not bad enough for me to fucking just shit on it.
Precisely.
And it's
that's
not good enough to go, this is good, you should play it.
Yeah.
So I just don't care enough about it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with that game.
That's where I'm at with a fucking ton of games, dude. I'm like, I should make a video about this. I don't care about it enough, and it's not like talk worthy enough for like certain points. Like I can't be like, this game's amazing, you should definitely play it. It's like one of the most underrated things ever, but because I know that's not true.
But it's fucking Paw Patrol, Pup Save Adventure Bay.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not terrible either. So like, I can't be like, this is the worst game ever, because it's clearly not. That's kind of like where I am with Balam Underworld, man. I like the game for what it is, but I can't suggest it to a lot of people because it's not great and it's not too bad. So it's not like, check it out, it's terrible, man, you should definitely fucking play it because it's really bad, like, it's funny, you should play it. That kind of stuff. It's not that, because I don't hate it. So, I can't really suggest it to anyone because I'm like, well, I guess if you like old 90s mechanics, platforming mechanics, and that really have quality of life improvements these days, but you're okay with not having them, then play it. Because that's what that game is.
Yeah, if you're okay with playing a Dreamcast game but with the graphics of a modern game, then...
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Actually, it's more
bang
sort of
on.
satin,
That's what that is.
But yeah, like, with the
Dreamcast
graphics of today. Yeah.
Nah, on Switch it has Dreamcast graphics. Dreamcast resolution too. It's sub 480p.
Well, again,
So,
that's because, you know, with the power of hindsight, we know that game wasn't even intended to be on Switch until just before the game developers conference, when Square was like, oh yeah, we're going to make it our lead platform now, and, you know, the demo at GDC is going to be running on fucking Switch.
That was a lie. That wasn't running on Switch at all.
Wasn't it?
At least not any Switch that we have access to. No, they said it was. They said it was fucking running on Switch, and they showed off the PC version. But like a really unoptimized fucking one. Just in low resolution. And you can tell. You can fucking tell. And the one they showed off at the other GDC demo, the hands-on demo for the public, was the PS4 version. So people had this like, about it already. And then when they released the demo, it was an even older build than the GDC version.
Yeah, the build was, what, like 3 months out of date or something like that?
I think more at that point, yeah. It was really bad. It's like they just didn't care towards the end. And you know why now, because they just didn't care towards the end.
because the...
Hey, Classic Mine, how you going, man?
The legal stuff that was going on in the background.
Yeah, Yuji Naka being ousted and all that shit.
Yeah, because he wanted the fan who made like the fan piano recording to get paid for their work when it was used in a trailer, and Square was like,
trying to be a good guy, even though he's a bit of a prick most of the time. But most creative people are pricks in one way or another.
Yeah, Yuji Naka's
and it's because they know what they want.
Interesting one.
Yeah, I don't hate the guy. I don't really have any opinions on him apart from he made some cool games and some cool concepts for games that didn't really pan out a lot of the time.
Yeah, he was a decent programmer in the time that he was doing shit tons of programming.
And his concepts are fine. Like, his Rodea the Sky Nostalgia game, concept of that was okay. Nothing really wrong. It was the execution. The execution on the games. I think it's the companies that he works for with the dev teams that he gets are always subpar, all new recruits. They're always like new understudies, and they give him a lot of like teaching roles. So he's a producer on the game, but he's also like teaching these guys what to do. So the games don't come out that well. And that's sort of what was happening with Balan as well. So any late changes that he was like, no, I really didn't want that in the game. Square's just like, we don't have the budget to change that. Also, fuck you, you're not on the project anymore.
There's a certain degree of like mistake when you start to idolize certain developers, and you know.
Yeah.
and minds in the industry.
Even Miyamoto doesn't really do that inside Nintendo anymore. He just
thank
he
fuck
is
for that, 'cause
a
he ruined fucking Donkey Kong Country Returns.
No, that game's still fine. I don't know what the big deal is with
that
game.
game's fine with in Dolphin with an Xbox 360 controller and shake map to the right trigger. Yeah, it's fine.
Just play the 3DS version. It's got normal controls. It doesn't look too bad upscaled either. But they fixed it for tropical, whatever.
Yeah, basically, Miyamoto said, "How about this?" And they turned around and said, "No, go fuck yourself."
Yeah, basically, and they said, "Well, you're not actually producer on the game, so we don't have to listen to you." And he was like, "Oh, really?"
Oh, well, I'll go talk to my friends at Ubisoft, and maybe they'll let me make Star Fox game, asshole.
Yeah, I'll tell them to make whatever game they're working on into Star Fox game. That worked well for Rare back in the 2000s.
When I told them to do that.
Yeah. I told them to do that as well. In fairness, though.
Yeah, that Star Fox content in Starlink was pretty good.
Starlink? Yeah. Yes. Star Fox content in Starlink was fucking good.
Was fucking solid.
Yeah. Also, the game's solid. It was one of those Toys to Life things.
Yeah, that game fucks. That game fucks.
It does, but same with Skylanders and all that. Those games all fuck, especially the Lego Dimensions. That game was great. Didn't need to be Toys to Life though. That kind of put the nail in the coffin for those games.
One of these days I'll play fucking Lego Dimensions. I've got
to play the Sonic one. Sonic one and the Simpsons ones are
I've got the Sonic minifigure.
I have NFC tags, but unfortunately the NFC tags for those games no one's interested in, so I can't burn them.
I've got the Sonic figure. I've got like the ones that came with it, like Gandalf and the others. And I think I got
what
Batman.
came with it again? No, Gandalf didn't come with it, did it?
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, Gandalf and two others.
I'm sure it was just Batman and
it's Gandalf, and he comes with a wand, but I don't have the wand.
Maybe I just never used Gandalf because I didn't give a shit.
It's just the chip in the bottom that matters. You know, like it doesn't matter that.
Oh, who cares about the figure? Yeah, you can just have the base and it'll work. Not like Skylanders. The chip's not in the base. The chip is up inside the figure.
Oh, how is that communicated to the portal then?
Because it just has to be in a high enough area. So like, it doesn't have to be directly touching it. It's like amiibos. You can hover those. I love. You don't have to touch the controller with it. You can just hover them above it.
But it still has to be fairly close.
It is fairly close. That's why the figures are only a certain height. And for the really tall ones, the chip is up in the middle of the figure. So, yeah. Not all of them are like that either. I just remember breaking one, and there was like cables, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is there cables in this? And it turns out that the NFC little round tip that they have is in the figure about halfway up. That was for one of the Giants figures, though.
Yeah, I distinctly remember you explaining that, like, unlike most other games where the chip just, like, unlocks something in the code, like, model data and shit is actually stored on the Skylanders
on the chip, yeah. So it's not an NFC.
Mind when
it's not an NFC like 15 card where it's just readable. It's a NFC 29 or whatever it is, and they're writable as well. So they're writable. Some of the amiibos are writable. The Smash Brothers ones are writable because they obviously have to be.
Yeah.
However, the save data for those is on your Switch. It's not on the fucking figure. It says it is, but it's not. You can be written to if you wish to take it to a different Switch for your FIDO data. But yeah, anyway, the Skylander one specifically, it's all on the figure. So even like the crystals, you can you write to, but once they're written to, that's it. You can't rewrite to those. So once you make your character in the crystals version, because I don't know if you know how that works, but once that's written to, that character is on that chip now.
I was under the impression that can be wiped.
I think there's a way to corrupt it, and when you corrupt it, it can be rewritten too.
You have to like try and use it in like the 3DS version of Skylanders or something, and
you just have to put it in a microwave and for a second.
No. There's that's crazy talk.
You can try and write to it using another one. So you boot any other figure and then go to update its data and put the crystal on instead. And then it goes, you can't write to this. Also, now this one's corrupted. It can't read anymore. Did you want to wipe it? Yes, I do.
Yes, I certainly do.
You can wipe it. I think also, the 3DS one... I believe the 3DS games can rewrite them anyway. They can format any of the figures, so you just click format and then put that one on. And
so what I heard
just
was that you could wipe the chip with the 3DS one. Okay.
Yeah, but it's a very specific thing. But there is a way to do it with any of them. You just have to corrupt it. So, anyway, good games. I fuck with those games a lot because they're my type of game. They're a collectible adventure platformer. And Patrick Warburton is the guy with the blimp.
Good old Patrick Warburton. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
I can't do his fucking voice anymore. I used to be able to do his voice. But yeah, he
does a voice in Open Season. He's like the
I'm sure
main,
he does. He's in like every
rival.
movie somewhere.
He's the main love rival in the Elliot and Giselle relationship, love triangle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy, he's in most things somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. Skylanders was fun. Lego Dimensions was really fun. I just hated buying the toys all the time for those. I bought the Sonic pack and I bought the Back to the Future pack, and that's where I left it. I think there was like a Scooby-Doo pack. There was some packs that were planned that never came out. Same with the Disney Infinity figures. There was like a whole bunch of shit that never actually came out.
There was the Doctor Strange figure for Disney Infinity. It looks so good. That one was
and there was a whole like expansion world they never finished and never did. So I can't remember what it was now. I think it might have been Tron. Might have been Tron. It was like a racing game.
Tron wouldn't have fucking sold. So.
No, so they scrapped. They also scrapped the a bunch of the extra figures. I think like Donald Duck and stuff like that. So
there was definitely a Donald in the first wave because I remember it.
It was, but the Crystal Donald and stuff, like they do the Crystal versions of them, they had planned them to come out. There was also one that was actually already made and never got released, and then someone found it on eBay and paid stupid money for it.
Well, like the time someone found a Samus with two gun arms. They're like, oh my god.
Yeah, shit like that. Or any of like the unreleased Kenner Star Wars figures from the 70s, 80s. Like the Boba Fett with the fucking jetpack shit that actually fires. They did release one that was like a mail-away one, apparently. And it didn't fire its jetpack stuff. Like nothing came out of it. But then they had planned one that shot and then produced some as like demo units. They're uncolored. And they got found a couple of years back and they went for like 50 grand each. It was retarded money.
Imagine having that kind of money, seriously, and then blowing it on
just like, to buy a figure and put it on your shelf.
Rare collectible.
Yeah. And I know I spent $200 on a fucking Kotobukiya Siren. Which, by the way, still hasn't turned up. It still hasn't turned up. I was
about to say, I spent 60 quid on that Blue Volts Testarossa.
Yeah, but you lucked out, because that's a $200 figure
Yeah,
here.
yeah, precisely. I bought it knowing full well that it was uncommon.
Cheap.
Yeah.
That's why I bought those two female mechs, because online they go for 150 each. I don't know why they had them at fucking 30 bucks each at the show, but they did. So
Lost Leaders, like maybe? To draw you in, so you might buy other stuff?
They already had me, though, because that was like my second purchase from them. They were just there. It's like, it's the only ones I got. I'm just selling them for what they're worth retail.
Maybe they put them out with that low price because you were there collecting your orders, and then if you had left and hadn't bought them, they would have just come along and put another sticker on the front.
Funny story about me collecting my orders. I had arranged with them to collect my orders.
Yeah.
Went to the trouble of going to the show. I was going to go anyway, but went to the trouble of going to the show on the Sunday specifically because I said that's when I'll be there to pick them up. I got to the booth and like, oh hey, my name's James. I ordered some figures from you. I said to pick them up at the show. He's like, yeah. And I did put them in my car and to bring it to the show today. And my son took that car to work. So I don't have your orders, and I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. He goes, but you know what? You live close by. I will deliver them after he gets home. After I get home from the show today to your house for you. And not only did they do that, they then refunded the shipping.
Yeah.
Because I initially paid for shipping, and I was like, oh, well, if you're going to post them on Monday, I might as well come to the show and pick them up instead, you know? Like, I'll have them before Monday. And I'll have them, because if you post on Monday, it won't get to me till, like, the Friday or something, because of the way post works. So I'll just pick them up from you on the Sunday. And they're like, yeah, good shout. You can do that. I said, don't worry about shipping. I literally said, don't worry about the shipping. I only paid like $10 extra. What? Just forget about it. It's fine. It's a loss for me, right? So, and yeah, they not only did they hand deliver them to my house, he then refunded the shipping on it. So, yeah,
I don't know. That's called going out of your way to make sure you get future business. That's what that is.
It is, but at the same time, he already had my extra business because I'd bought more stuff at the show. And then I'd already put in like pre-order notifications for a bunch of the 30-minute sister ones. So he already knew that I was gonna buy more shit.
Maybe he's a secret fan. Maybe he's watching right now.
He's an old guy, man. It's just him and his wife, and they sell them out of their garage, and then they go to these expos and they sell them online. You know, it's like a home business for him. So like, I have no idea. Just him and his wife, and they're like lovely people. I was speaking to them, and they're like, he's like, I almost bought a whole bunch of the Hobby Link Japan wholesale things, like the naked ones, because I said, well, on there, and looking at them, and they have like a bunch of nude ones. He's like, yeah, funny you should mention that, because I was going to have an adults only store here with a black sheet around it for those figures. But the place poo-pooed the idea and said he couldn't do it. Because it wasn't just like hobby kits. I mean, yeah, it was, but it wasn't just like kids ones and stuff.
You can get everything on Hobby Link Japan, as we
saw
when.
But he apparently has a wholesaler that deals with Hobby Link Japan that he can buy directly from.
Oh.
This is why I was like, well, can you get Siren? He's like, that's one I can't get because Hobby Link Japan took all the stock for it themselves. And that's like, that's why I was able to buy from them.
To answer your question, Johnny, yes, there is. However, it doesn't cut through the dirt anywhere near as well.
What's that?
Wider stream.
There is a wider stream. I'm using it on mine, but it really doesn't cut through though. I'm using the yellow nozzle.
So the pressure is more when you use a thin nozzle. Use the thin.
Yeah.
With the spin, it clears the most space in the quickest amount of time. You have to move this.
I'm using the yellow one for this underneath area. It's doing okay. It's a wide-ish range.
The yellow one is generally the best one.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably better ones that I can buy at this point. I don't know.
It's the same sort of nozzles between the different guns.
Yeah, but it might be a better nozzle? I'm not sure. Actually, in saying that, I need to put a fucking extender on this, don't I? So dumb. I'm so dumb. Prima Vista long extension. There we go, that'll do. Cleaning liquid, do I have any?
Prima Vista. No. Have I been doing this the whole time and it's been using the shitty one?
I don't know, I've got the 3000. Yeah, I've got the 3000. Which one have you been using?
I think it's
the 1500.
Yeah, I think it's been forcing me into the Urban X when I could be using the Prima Vista.
Oh no, I've got Prima Vista 3000 now, so you should be able to use that.
So I for inventory. Oh no, the Urban X is more powerful.
Is it?
Yeah.
Than the 3000? Yeah, but I don't have an extension nozzles for the Urban X.
No.
So it's useless to me. But yeah, all good. But yeah, no, I'm balls deep in the fucking.
Hey, welcome,
the,
Antonio
modeling
Perez.
stuff.
Antonio Perez. What does that name
Who
sound
walked
familiar?
in as I said balls deep?
Hey.
Because you like Paulie Perez from fucking what was it? NCIS.
Paulie Perret from NCIS.
Is it Perret? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is it Perret?
I think it's Perret.
She could Perret on me any day.
Oh, dude, that's so wrong. Because she left the show because she was getting harassed.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I was like, dude, that's messed up.
With the context, I now realise it's an edgier joke than it already was.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not backtracking.
But now you're full edge. No. You basically Shadow the Hedgehog now. Al the Edge. Oh, man. NCIS, what a show. I used to watch that fucking 10 years ago. But every episode became the same, so I got pretty bored of it.
I don't tend to watch serials like that. I did watch.
No, I don't either. It was just
I did watch
we
all
lived
of
with a
Breaking
guy
Bad,
at the time.
But that's because my family was sort of.
I've
quite
never seen
obsessed
Breaking
with
Bad. I know all about Breaking Bad, and I feel like I don't need to watch it anymore.
It's very good television.
Apparently.
But it's television.
At the same time, it's TV. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I barely watch any. Like I'm watching. The only thing I'm watching at the moment is a Gundam thing.
The last thing I would do is recommend television to someone who doesn't watch it.
Yeah, pretty much. I barely watch anything unless it's on YouTube. So, you know.
I have a Crunchyroll subscription. I mostly watch anime. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I intend to. I don't know. My time is either spent with kids or I have to then choose between games and anime. Or whatever I want to do, you know? Now I'm building these things, but that's why I'm building them on stream, because I'm like, that's my, that's where I can do it. And I don't have anybody else here when I do that, because, yeah, kids are all at school, whatever. Next year, the kids are both at school every day, because he goes to, I almost said big school, like a fucking toddler. But yeah, he goes to normal school, not daycare. So it'll be an everyday thing. Which means I'll be able to stream in the morning every day. Every weekday. Instead of just the 3. Like I was originally, you know? So that'll be good. I think this is the most I've consistently streamed though. Pretty sure.
Might just be that you got good company for these, maybe.
Yeah, not to toot my own horn. Was it? Not to twirl my own foreskin, but you know.
Wow. No, I've not heard that.
You not heard
before.
that before?
No.
It's such a good saying. Not to twirl my own foreskin, but you know, I'm. You're gonna use it now, aren't you?
No.
There's only really
no.
It's specific times.
It's abhorrent. I will not be using it.
It's bad. You could also say not to finger my own asshole. That's another one I've heard.
Still crass, but less crass.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Less crass.
Vaguely. A little bit. Only slightly.
Yeah, only slightly. I still wouldn't use it.
No. I would only use it because I'm talking to you, like, you know, you don't give a shit. You gotta pick and choose.
Just like you're picking your ass.
Yeah. Picking a winner. From the cinema.
Yo, Draven. The reviews for Battle Alliance are in, and the game is meh for the price. Meh with a capital meh.
I don't know. I've read some reviews that are like, yeah, this is definitely a good Gundam game. So I think you would have to be into Gundam to get the most out of it.
I think you would have to be the kind of person that can play a Xenoverse style game in 2022.
I played the demo. It doesn't play much like Xenoverse, from what I could tell.
It's the structure, the whole like history is wrong. Let's do these parallel quests where we go back in time and fix history. And we're going to do it by having a team of 3, and we are going to have a character that, you know, we pick their suit and we level them up. It's exactly the same structure as Xenoverse, exactly the same structure as Jump Force, exactly the same structure as Naruto Shinobi, what is it? Naruto Shinobi, what
you know what? I'm
the one that was
Striker. That? Like, why is that such a bad thing?
It's just that I've played so many games like that already. It's a lazy game design like philosophy. It results in a great game almost always, but you know, it's a lazy game design philosophy. I look at it and I go,
I have to get it. It's like one of those games I was like, that seems neat.
Yeah, I want it, I do. But I'm starting to think,
what's that?
Maybe Battle Alliance. It's just, you know, I'm starting to think.
No, what'd you say? You what it?
I want it.
Oh yeah.
But do I want it enough to buy it right now?
To pay the full price? Maybe we just wait.
Yeah, even though I would be playing it with you, which would make it worth it because I would have somebody to play it with.
To actually play it with.
Yeah. It's just.
But we can always wait.
Yeah.
We can always wait. It'll probably go. It's a Namco game, dude. So it's probably gonna fucking. It'll go on special real quick. They always go on special.
It'll come to Game Pass eventually, within 6 months.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is it?
If it doesn't sell, it'll come to Game Pass.
Even if it does sell, it'll come to Game Pass. They chuck all their shit on there. Xenoverse is still on there.
Don't think Xenoverse.
At least it was on there for a long ass time.
If it was console only.
Yeah, it was console only.
Yeah. They put Scarlet Nexus on that Game Pass.
Yeah, but that was because
Scarlet
that was
Nexus
not
was doing fucking poorly.
Yeah, and then it did really well. Funny that.
Yeah, once it was on Game Pass. Kind of like Avengers did really well.
People go, Game Pass ruined the games. No, they don't. It doesn't.
No.
And the devs get paid because fucking Microsoft pay them to put it on there, so there's no difference, bro. It's just if your company is willing to pay it out, that's all.
Games that follow the same formula, you know, constantly, still end up with a good game. And yeah, that felt like an explanation of the Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, I suppose.
If it's not broken, why fix it kind of thing.
Yeah, precisely. Just release the same game
I get
again,
that.
but
And
change
Tomb Raider
the
was
levels up.
Basically that for a long time.
Well, yeah, once it got to like Tomb Raider 4, Tomb Raider 5, and it's like the exact same engine, it's like, come on, guys.
Literally fucking Tomb Raider 3, dude. Tomb Raider 3 was the same as 2. And I'm like, oh, it's just in India now. Okay. Same game in India. And she didn't really have any new... she had a crawl move. Was a new thing, I think, at the time. That was all it was. They just added a new move that they rarely used.
But she's got a new move!
Yeah, exactly. But she's wearing camo pants in the desert, and she's got a Desert Eagle. Okay, that's sick. You get to do Area 51. Okay, that's actually
cool.
So that was redeeming.
The demo discs around here had the Area 51 level or a portion of it.
I remember playing
the demo disc.
That part of it religiously. Funny story about Tomb Raider 3. The night it came out, I rented it because I had it on. You could do a thing at Blockbuster at the time where you would pre-order to rent a brand new game.
Oh right.
So you pre-rent a game, and when it comes out, they tell you that they have it in stock and that you can come and
oh right, okay.
Borrow it for the time
that
you
doesn't
paid for.
Sound as mad as it did when you first said that.
Basically, it's paying up front, and you get first dibs on playing the game when they get it in stock. Alright, so I did that to Tomb Raider 3. The night that it came out, they called me about 6 o'clock, and it was like a bike ride away, Blockbuster from my house, so I just rode there and grabbed it. I got home, started to play it, and then fire trucks turned up at their house next door because it was on fire. So we had to evacuate our house.
They were
So,
playing Tomb Raider as well, and it was so hot.
It's just the hot. It was so hot right now.
Yeah.
But the story goes that I never got to play the rental game because we got back in the house so late and it was a school night. So I never got to actually play it. It went back the next day because it was an overnight. It was an overnight game. So Mum had to take it back the next day, and I never saw it. So I had it in my house.
Did you ever have a go at your neighbors?
I had Tomb Raider 3. No. No, they were old people. So
it's like, oh, so why did you leave the fucking popcorn on the stove? You fucking geriatric.
It was their
toaster.
toaster.
You could have, like, been
Apparently
like
their toaster malfunctioned.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't their fault. So.
No, totally not their fault.
Why'd you fall asleep with a cigarette in your hand?
Yeah. I've seen enough of those like fire safety VHSs on like red letter media to know that it's like, you shouldn't be smoking indoors. Oh, silly me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although back in those days, smoking indoors was still like that thing that people did. I particularly remember before my mum went in to have surgery and she had to quit smoking, they smoked indoors all the time. Our curtains smelled like tobacco, bro. It was bad. But you only really notice these things when people quit and then they're like,
yeah.
Oh, it shouldn't be like that? Oh, okay. But they were pack-a-day people, you know. They quit because Mum had like a gallbladder thing and they were like, well, if you don't quit smoking, we can't operate. So she quit and Dad quit because she quit. Cold turkey on my head. Funny shit. But yeah, no one in my family smokes. No one I know smokes, actually. Nobody I actually know smokes. It just doesn't seem to be
Yeah,
the thing
I don't know
anymore.
anybody who smokes. At least not at this current period in time, no. Well,
and then new generation of kids since then
entirely
haven't had the interest in it.
True.
I don't count vaping though.
My manager at work is a smoker, and
is he older though?
at least
is he
one
like?
of the, no, he's my age. He's like
What a pleb.
He's either like one. I think he's 1 year younger than me. My manager.
Really?
Yeah.
What a fucking pleb though.
Yeah,
He
he's
smokes
a
this day and
young.
age.
He's a young manager.
I'm so happy he's getting paid enough to afford smokes though, because that shit's incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
Now. One pack is like $40. That used to be a carton back in the day. Crazy. And that could just be Australia and big tax on shit we have for
I think Draven's hit
alcohol.
the nail on the head there. It's a reason to take breaks.
Yeah, okay, so yes, it is. It is a reason to take breaks, and it is an unfair thing that because I work with people at Toll, right, with transport company, parcel delivery stuff. So they all smoke. So I don't know anybody in my personal life, like friends and that smoke, but I know of people that smoke, and they will be out the front chuffing away every fucking 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, "Oh, it's time for smoko," and they'll go on the smoko and. Yeah, but then us people who are working and it's really fucking hot in the factory and stuff, no, we don't get the smoko. And if we go to the toilet for a break more than 5 minutes, they'll be like, oh, where were you? The toilet. Slacking off in the toilet, right?
You say, well, boss makes $1, I make a dime. I take a shit on company time.
Yeah, no, I was having my smoko in the toilet, if you get my drift.
I was
say that next time, actually.
I had a battle with King Kong in the toilets. I ripped off his finger and I left it in the toilet bowl.
I had an emergency. What was the emergency? Well, there was this ship, right? And it was sinking. You can see it. It's capsized. It's burnt out, though.
Johnny watches all the amazing movies. He's just said, I watched a 90s movie called Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
The Marlboro Man.
When people say, like, Marlboro, like, all I can think of is the Marlboro, which is the, like, giant fucking, like, plant with teeth out of the Final Fantasy series.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Marlboro.
Yeah, put those two together.
Yeah.
Is that in 12? I think that's in 12, right?
It's definitely in like 7, 8, and a bunch of the older ones. I don't know how many other Final Fantasy games
Oh,
it's
this is probably
in,
an ongoing thing then.
Yeah, it's one of the recurring, like, fierce enemy types.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so... Yeah, basically... That's the thing. Like, I don't know anyone personally that smokes. I don't know any of the younger crowd that smoke. It doesn't seem like smoking is the thing that kids pick up on these days. But they got cooler shit to do though.
Yeah,
they can vape now.
there are definitely still kids that smoke, because of how many like fucking Rizzlers get stolen.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I just don't see them. It doesn't seem to be as prominent as it was when I was growing up. You could find any fucking like teenager, they'd be smoking, for sure. Any teenager, like you go to high school and you could sell cigarettes there for $1 each or some shit if you wanted to, because everybody smoked. It's crazy. I think that kind of stopped with like the price of them getting so high, but that was the point, I guess. And I was like, well, because I was speaking to Jade about this, and I was like, the price of them is so hard to deter you from buying them, right? But
yeah.
If they really wanted to deter you from buying them, they would just ban them. They just want to make more money off it. That's all it is. Because there's a government tax on it, so they just get more fucking payout from it. Oh, that cleaned really quickly. It wasn't meant to. There was like a bunch of stairs. I cleaned the top one. They all went ding.
I think I did most of that staircase. You came along and got the final bit.
No. There was one upstairs.
Oh.
So yeah, it was an upstairs thing. Kind of hoping my Hobby Link Japan stuff comes today. It hasn't come. It's in the country, so it's not on them. It's not like it's their fault.
It's weird because like mine came like.
Is yours sent up?
Yeah.
But it got to the country and it got. I guess customs are fucking with it.
They're like, oh, let's see if we can build it first.
Even when it turns up and it's built. Guys, I got a problem. This was a model kit that was pre-built.
No, it was a modelled kit. It's already been modelled.
This is just a box. You got to create the box.
This is a modelled kit.
It's a model of the model. You end up with just this plastic box that you assembled.
Customs are fucking with it. Could also mean they're just swamped with inspections, so it's taking a while to clear. Alright, and here I was imagining that customs were actually, like, building the kit. They were fucking with it.
Like, legitimately having sex with it.
Oh,
it's pretty spiky, so good luck.
No. It's not one of those kits.
No, it's not. It's Siren. It's spiky as fuck. It's not rounded. It's not an anime girl. I'm gonna take a quick toilet break and I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, when it hits 1 AM, which is in 15 minutes, I'll have to go anyway, regardless.
Okay. Well, I'll be back in a sec.
Got to be up in 6 hours. Righto.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll be back in a second, man.
Gotta drain the lizard. Oh, to make sure it's not one of those kits, they have to test it first. Yo, Draven. Jim brought up something earlier about how people are finding me right now on the algorithm. Hey, Tack. The people are finding me right now on the algorithm because Escape Route British is getting pushed hard. And basically, Jim's suggestion was retire Aiko to a separate channel and go back to being Escape Route British. What are your thoughts on that? I'm curious. Or retire Aiko to a character that appears and, you know. So I've been having people show up tonight that are people who have found me through the Hideki Naganuma video, like, years ago. And it seems like that's getting pushed hard again by YouTube. So, I mean, I like being Aiko. I like wearing the mask, you know? I will also admit, you know, long second name is probably a bit awkward. I'd have to find a way to still, like... Oh, using Aiko specifically for the anime stuff. That's not a bad shout. Tack, that's not a bad shout at all. Hey, we were just talking about your terrible opinion from earlier.
What were you talking about?
What? Nothing.
What were you talking about?
We were just talking about your terrible opinion from earlier.
Which one?
No. Your observation that it might be better off for me if I switch back to the escape route name.
That's what I feel, anyway.
Yeah, Tack raised something interesting, you know.
What's that?
The Aiko sort of character and mask for anime games is perfectly acceptable. Even if I go back to the Escape Route British name.
Yes.
That would work.
Absolutely. Yeah, like, that's what I said. Make it a featured character, but, like, for your other videos, be yourself on the video. And when you stream, you can be yourself, unless it's, like, a special anime game or whatever. Akimbo, what's going on, dog? How are ya? I streamed on Twitch yesterday, too, but for some reason it didn't actually go live, and I built a horse.
You know what it is? Twitch just doesn't like horses.
Yeah. He's like, you can't build Gunpla on stream. How dare you? It was my first time doing a just chatting on Twitch as well. That would have been fucking funny to see. But I'll do another one. Might even do one tomorrow. I don't normally stream tomorrow, but I can. I've got nothing else going on. So I might be able to take my time with it and build one of the bigger ones.
Tomorrow would be nice. I got bunny duty this weekend. For
tomorrow.
Relatives are away, so I have to look after their bunnies. You know, pop in once a day and like feed them, check on them, make sure they're
just pooping at work. Yeah, we were just talking about smoko breaks in the toilet. Yeah. So there you go. That's cool, man.
So I might be super tired after work. But if I'm not, I will certainly join you if you're building.
Yeah, I mean, I'll if I stream tomorrow, it'll be building. That's 100% true.
That mobile doll Sarah is not going to build herself.
She calling your name, bro.
She's calling my name. Yeah.
Well, which name is she calling? Aiko or Escape Route?
Honestly, Aiko, but you know.
Honestly?
I think you're right, but you know.
Yeah, it depends what you want to do, man. Like, it's all, again, my opinion, up to you. But it's like, I do feel that way.
I hold your opinion in incredibly high regard. Whether or not I should, I don't know, but I do.
I don't know. I'm not the only one that thinks it too, because I know you've been asked recently, well, when are you going to be yourself on stream again? Yeah. Like, it makes sense. I don't know. Up to you. It's also less you have to do because you just pop the camera on yourself. No setting up, you know what I mean?
I'd probably turn webcam off for a little while and then wait until someone says, "Where's webcam?" And then I'd turn it on and be like, "Here I am, Aiko!" And do that for like one stream and then just go back to being regular webcam
that's
afterwards.
not, who the fuck? You've been debated. You've been debated.
That's the kind of bullshit I would do, to be fair, so maybe I should do that just for the shit.
Maybe you should do that just as a fun coming back type stream, yeah. So there's things you can do to play with it, but I'm like the Aiko character. Obviously, keep it around, and you can do it for like certain videos. You can also have them. One of the video series you do be it entirely. Do you know what I mean? Like, do the series based on the fact that it is that. So even your sushi bites can be done with that. I don't know, like more Asian flavored things.
Yeah, I was thinking about sushi bites and Aiko as a combination, but I haven't even tried that yet. Like, that's not something I've even played around with yet.
No, yeah, you haven't.
During the Aiko transformation, I uploaded a sushi bites, and there was no Aiko in that sushi bites. It was purely just the voiceover.
Right. Yeah.
That was the episode on Nappletail, which is a masterpiece.
Oh.
Not the episode, but the game is a masterpiece.
Not the episode, but the game. The game's at least good. Nah. The game is a weird one. It is a weird one.
It's a great one.
I don't remember the English sub being particularly good though.
No, the only thing that's wrong about it is, you know, character names are completely wrong. No, not quite that bad, but Poach is called Porch in the English translation, and I understand why. Because
of the lettering?
No. So in the original Japanese, her name is Poach, and she's mistaken for a cat. Her soul is mistaken for a cat by a stupid spirit guide, because the cat's name would be Pochi, because that's a popular name for a cat in Japan.
That doesn't explain the Porch
in
thing.
the English, Portia might be a more suitable name for a pet cat than Poach would be in English. So they went for
you wouldn't want to.
They went for Portia and calling the girl Porch, which is mostly the same. So I understand the reason behind it, but it still annoyed me that they changed the names when they didn't need to. I mean, every other character's name is accurate in that English fan translation, but the Portia is weird. Porch instead of Poach is weird. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't even remember how big the release group was that did the translation on that. Probably a very small
fairly
one.
Small, about 6 people, including testers, I think.
What are you going to say about 6 inches? They're actually small people. But no,
it should have really been a group of all-female translators, because it was a mostly all-female group of creatives that developed the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those games that was built with the female dev initiative in Japan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was, yeah.
Yes.
The guy who created fucking Live Alive, his wife runs that, or ran that, or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, because she's, her name came up in Live Alive, and I was like, I've seen that name before, and I looked it up, and she's like, yeah, it's like
Yoko
the femme
Shimura?
something. Yeah, something like that. And, I looked up the devs on it, because I was like, I wonder if this is mostly the original devs that redid the remake of it?
Yeah.
Turns out it is.
Yeah, almost completely the same
Almost completely the same team. Yeah. A couple of new recruits in there, and also the guy's wife, who didn't make the original one, but came up with some of the concepts for the original one. She was actually on the team this time.
And they got Hironobu Kageyama in to do the singing for the song that I didn't even know existed until today. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Song?
That's a great Hironobu Kageyama impression. And then
we finished that game.
And I was like,
I can't recall a song.
There's a song that plays at the start of the robot chapter. It's like a fake anime.
Oh, yes.
And they used Hironobu Kageyama for that. And I'm like, oh, this is a great Hironobu Kageyama impression. Whoever's doing this is like it's spot on. And then the credit came on screen.
The game's good. Like I said,
Hironobu Kageyama. I'm like, oh, it was him.
The only crimes that people have is that they didn't keep some of the things for censorship reasons because it's not acceptable today.
Yeah,
but none of that affects anything.
You told me the examples, and I'm like, okay, fair enough. I don't have to agree with it, but it's not egregious. So,
but it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing major. It's not like they completely changed parts of the story or anything because of it. They just changed some item names, and that's all. That's it. They still function the same. So, yeah, it's really nothing.
I think there's nothing to be embarrassed about with panties at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned. No one should be embarrassed.
No, I don't. I don't know why that was a thing in the original, even, but whatever.
Japanese game, isn't it? Whole bunch of like.
Yeah, gotta have panties in it.
Deviants, isn't they?
Yeah, I guess because that's what was selling. Still sells today. Also, speaking about games like that, I didn't realize, looking at PlayAsia the other day, in the Chinese versions of Switch games that never got a physical release in Australia, but they're in full English because they came out in China. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that the Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball Scarlet version had an English version.
It did, yes.
No, I never realized. I thought it was only available on like PlayStation in English. And the Switch version only came out in Japanese. But for some reason, it was on PlayAsia, and it says English subs. And I was like, oh, okay. Interesting.
The best thing I can recommend on there, English subs, Asia only for Switch, grab yourself Memory of Heroes. Trust me. Won't regret it.
Memory of Heroes?
Yeah, it's a Souls-like, and it's based on Kamen Rider. It's a Kamen Rider Souls-like. Yeah.
But is it like
it's fucking
stupidly
brilliant.
hard?
No, it's breezy. You'll beat it in like 6 hours.
But when you say Souls like, you don't mean difficulty.
It's a Souls like in the gameplay. Like you lock on to the boss, you rotate around them, you wait for them to reveal their attack, you hit them until their shield runs down, that staggers them. You know, like the typical.
So it's an action. It's an action game.
It's what you might call a spectacle fighter, but it's very slow. So it's not a spectacle fighter. Is it actually Kamen Rider, or is it like a? Oh yeah, it's Kamen Rider Double and Kamen Rider O's with a cameo from
it's officially
Kamen Rider 01.
It's not like
completely official.
Yeah. Okay.
It's non-canon.
You have to link me to it, because I've never seen it before.
I did a Sushi Bites on it, so I'll just link you my Sushi Bites on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you'll see how good it is.
But it's on Switch.
That's the PS4 version that I showed, but yeah. PS4 and Switch physical in Asia.
I'll check how it runs on the Switch first before I jump into it. But I'm sure it's fine.
Well, yeah, I said Switch to you because you like collecting physical Switch games, you know.
Yeah.
It's probably way better on PS4.
I'm not going to buy them so run. Probably, but still. Even if it's like 30 frames but still runs stable, I'm okay with it.
I remember making a PS5 joke in that video.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because the PS5 had just come out, and I was like, it might run better if you're playing it on your PS5, you know, if you can get one and you're not too busy vaping into it. Because if you remember, that was the thing people were doing.
People did that to the Xbox first, right? They vaped into the fucking thing to show that it was, it's smoking. It's overheating. No, you just vaped into your fucking console, you dickhead. But, yeah, then someone did it to the PS5 as well. So dumb. All you're doing is putting moisture into the system. You're going to short it out.
What do you do?
Just for a stupid prank.
Blow into your fucking NES cartridges? What's wrong with you? Fucking morons.
No, but vaping is literal fucking vape clouds straight up into the system, right?
Yeah.
So, it's gonna fuck it at some point.
So is blowing into a cartridge. You're going to oxidize those pins.
Yeah, but
what you want to be doing
that's
is
just pins.
using a.
You're not blowing
Q-tip.
into the system's power point.
No.
Yeah, you want some isopropyl alcohol.
Wait. You don't blow into the system's power point?
Only with my penis.
Oh right, I was about to say, have I been doing?
You gotta watch that flap door on the original NES, man. Comes down hard.
Oh dear God. Microsoft released an official press release asking people not to vape into their console. Is that true?
Yes, they did. Yeah, because people were doing it as a prank, right? And then they were like, this will actually fuck your console. Because of the way the vortex cooling happens.
Dude,
it literally takes air from the bottom of the console and pushes it all up through all of its components. So if you vape into that, you're pushing fucking cold, moistured air into it. Straight into all the components. It's the fastest way to kill your console. So dumb.
I'd better stop doing it then.
I do it religiously.
For all that TikTok clout.
Cloud.
That was certainly not intentional.
No, I know. But good anyway. I'll take it. So what are we? Upper deck still not clean?
There's lots of slats like underneath that are asphalt on this.
There's also a whole railing here that's not done.
This one stays 99 for a very long time.
Does it?
Yeah.
As long as we can pin it down to what needs to clean, we can.
Yeah, it'll come up. It will come up and it will be like middle deck joist 7. You're like, oh
no. No. 3 hours later, it's still not clean.
I can't do 3 more hours. Seriously.
No, I know. I don't plan on it. But we're close. We're close anyway. That was my phone. It said stuff.
Your package from Hobby Link Japan will be delivered today.
No, I've got a package from Hobby Co coming though today. It's glues for my son's project. I know that's coming today. I also should be getting
the military build.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, you needed glue and you needed sealer as well for the colors afterwards because it's one of those kids. So I'm gonna have that
where
on
everything
hand.
just clicks together.
No, because I was building the what did I build? I built the RX one the other day so I could do it for TikTok, right? And he comes out and he goes, "Dad, why are you building that and you still haven't helped me build my other one?" And I was like, because your one needs glue. This just all snaps together. Look, I'll show you. And I snapped some parts together and he goes, "Oh, that's really cool." So I think for the convenience, he may be more into that. Plus, they make some tank-like gunplay as well.
Yes.
They don't make any army stuff specifically, but they do make some gun tanks and stuff. Okay, we got the upper railing. Upper deck is now done too. Top side.
Upper decker?
What is not done? The upper decker. Yeah. Token upper decker, bro. That'll teach
the Aladdin deck enhancer.
Oh no. Yes. Because Codemasters had to do something back in the day.
If you got to do something, believe in yourself. Yourself.
Believe.
Hey.
Believe. Can I jump on this railing? Yes, I can.
What do we got? Vertical
I just got that railing.
trims, upper deck, joists.
Nothing's screaming at me that... Oh, hang on. Roof trim on the house at the top needs to be done.
Remember, highlight in the menu, and then...
Yeah, I know. But
blow.
it shut up to me anyway. Roof trim, roof trim. Door. This door needs to be done as well.
For the upper joist. No, there's one more upper joist. Flash for me.
What's wrong with this door? I don't see anything on it. I bet it's underneath at the top, and I can't get to it.
It's not flashing for me. These joists aren't visible from the top side.
There we go. Got one of those. You got the joist. What's got the door? Okay.
I guess
still this rim.
The only way I'm going to find out which joist it is to hover over each one.
Yeah, man.
How lucky is that? The first one I hover over is the one I need.
The eaves? Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Are these eaves all joint? They are. So it could be anywhere along here. Are you really serious about that? Yeah, wood trim needs to be cleaned as well. It's all up the top of this house here.
We've got a barbecue thing here.
Oh, okay. Well, you have your barbecue. You have it. Up a house wall. Oh, there's one. Up a house wall, not clean. What the fuck? How do I even... Fucked up them.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's clean now. Are those not clean? Yes. No, that was now clean. No, they're all... Okay, so what's in the menu? Let's find out! Barbecue side table, you're doing that. Eves! Eve!
Eve's up inside ya.
Because the eaves are one thing though. So I can't tell what's actually dirty with it. Oh no, I can. Hang on.
Eves up inside ya. Right.
Ooh. Window frame. It's up here. I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. But the eaves still need doing. Oh, they're in the inside of the eaves. Fucking hell. It's on the underside and inside. So up in there. Yeah, I got it. Oh, wait, that was roof trim. Still need eaves. And this fucking window trim. Got. It got. Now what is there? Still more eaves under here.
Still more window trims.
There's still more roof trim too. This one's annoying because it gets under all the slats. There we go. Now the list has popped.
Yes, list time. Eaves is done.
So it's just under the wood trim here. I can't get to it for some reason. Maybe you can from that angle, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Now what is it? Still a roof trim. Which one? Which roof trim is it? Roof trim? Roof trim city? It's not this side. Ah, upper house wall up there. That's it. Roof trim's the one below it too. Where the fuck is it dirty? Underneath probably. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it!
Ah, this
Where the
door.
fuck is it? Does it count?
Yeah, the trim.
Really?
Was.
No, it doesn't count. There's roof trim. What the fuck? Where's this roof trim connect to? No, it's not that one. It's this one. It is that one there. What in the shit?
Maybe
Oh,
it's
above.
Oh,
yeah. It's up on top. It is. Hang on. The ladder's here though.
No, it's okay. I'll get it with this. Almost done.
I just want to pick up later. Yeah, Java crime plate. That was a big one. Fucking hell.
Oh god.
Look at $6 grand now. Clean the treehouse, bro. How do you feel? Feel.
I feel like I need to get new earphones.
Yeah. All that's left is clean the temple. That's all I have left.
Yeah, they'll add you a new job as soon as you start washing.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
It keeps going.
Got to be close to getting the end of this, though.
No.
No?
I'm
How much more shit is there?
I'm like 6 missions ahead of you.
Are you for real? Okay.
I'm for real.
That's the only one I have on my list right now.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Ooh, I'm for real.
Yeah, so interesting. I've still got a fair way to go, apparently. But yeah. What's going on? Why is my controller vibrating randomly? Oh, because you're squirting me.
Right.
Who's this flagrant weeb guy? Oh, I better kick him from the game. Oh, what would happen? Oh, no.
Session was closed by host. That's a good excuse to end the stream.
Yeah, we're closing now. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Yeah.